Even you filthy humans and vile orcs, we must end this threat today to survive to wage a holy war tomorrow. Drain him of his riches. Leave him crying on the floor like a weak coyote pup. Do not give in to fear. Rather, show Thrawn what it truly means to be afraid. This is the moment to prove yourself worthy in the eyes of Entrath, and perhaps you shall be spared my wrath in the wars to come. Best of luck, foolish warrior.
Good evening, everybody. How are we doing tonight? Welcome. Many of you, this may be the first time you have seen me. This is Dungeon Masters of Entrath, the one, and as far as I know, the only recurring every single week game show that I have run for more than 8 months now on my official channel, twitch.tv/Thrawn Omega. I like to give this as much of a very casual PvP flavor with some, as much PvE element into it as I can give it. And as many of you called out in chat, that was Pandemica who hooked me up, helped me out to give this a big, sexy intro. So this is a very unique segment. This is not like other streams, so I need to take a moment up front to explain how this is going to work so that as we're going on through the stream, you can help me out and inform other people who may show up late exactly what is going on here, so that I can focus on running a good show and not having to explain things, repeatedly. So, the format for the dungeon is Immortal format. Decks are common and uncommon cards only. You may not use rares or legendaries, with the exception that you may use rare shards. Matches are best of one, so I thought including the rare shards would be fine so that fewer games are decided by threshold variance. Now, normally when I do dungeons, I have a big map that I make players fight through to get to a final boss, just like dungeons in the main campaign. We're doing things a little bit differently for tonight, where instead of having a dungeon and making people work their way through the same encounters over and over again, I'm just giving people a list of decks. You can choose what you want to play. Now, since we are so close to Halloween, the dungeon is Halloween themed, and there's no graphically pleasing way to do this, so I'm just going to throw the list up here. I have put together 18 different decks that are each based on a phobia, whether real or imaginary. And if you are selected to enter the dungeon, you are going to pick 3 of these numbers. And you're going to pick them in the order you want to play them. That way, there's little downtime. When you've won, we know exactly which deck we're moving to next. If you lose, you're done. Now, donation incentive. Every time one of these decks is seen for the first time, whether you win or lose, I will donate $1 as an incentive to make sure that as many of these decks as possible get seen. This is kind of your goal, is to beat money out of Thrawn. Every time I lose a game, I will donate $2. And that is why you see Thrawn's donation counter here at the bottom of the screen. You are going to be continually trying to beat money out of me over the next 4 hours. Up to a maximum of $100 is what I'm able to afford. So, fight me, beat money out of me. Every participant, win or lose, is going to walk away with a playset of Spectral Acorns. If you get to 3 wins, I will be sending you a Frostheart booster out of my own collection, and I'm going to write your name down and throw it over to Neo, because Neo has said as well that he has some Evo codes as well to be able to give away later. If you want to get my attention during the stream, please, it's not at Hex TCG. You actually want to use at Thrawn Omega, and that's going to pop up for me to see that more easily. My normal rule on stream sniping is I prefer people don't, because I think it's a better viewer experience for the audience to be seeing a real game. However, because this is a charity stream, we're all doing this for the kids, yeah, if you really want to stream snipe me, you can stream snipe me. I'm not going to be a salt lord about it. So it's kind of your personal discretion on if you want to do that. in roughly 50 minutes or so, we're going to have Ryan Sutherland on. So when he is here, feel free to at me some questions if there's anything you want to run by him. He has some decks built as well, so Ryan is also going to be challenging the dungeons tonight. So here's what, let me get some music running here. Bear with me just a second here. I gotta turn my volume way down. Let me know if the music volume is too high compared to my voice, and I will make adjustments as necessary. So with a viewership of 100 and something people, we're going to do a keyword, and the keyword, just give me a second to make sure that this is set up. The deck building rule is common and uncommon only. Immortal format. And I think this is live. So if you have a deck that meets the rules and you want to challenge me, type !dungeon into chat. And that should... We're going to try the keyword raffle to get at first here just to make sure this works. And then I'm going to be drawing people that way. Okay, I have Captain Jack, I have Nazir Snab. Yep, I got 5 people in. There might be a little bit of a delay. They're not all coming in. Alright, they're starting to pour in. Lowercase d, I think it matters. If you did a capital D, try it again, because I'm only seeing ones that came through with a lowercase d. Goliath, yes, you can switch decks between every single one of your runs if you want. So you're playing 3 games, you could play 3 different decks. That's completely okay. Remember what is in these decks, because obviously these decks are not going to change during my stream. If you've seen it once, you know what's in it. You can build a deck specifically to hate a particular encounter if you want, to beat some money out of me. So I'm going to give this another 30 seconds or so, and then I'm going to draw. This is for a chance to beat money out of Thrawn on stream for the world to see. Thank you, Artifaction. We will destroy this fuelless whelp. Come at me, Tribunal Magistrate. Yeah, Tribunal Magistrate is one of the actual grand prize winners on my stream. Yep. So it's immortal. Anything that's standard is also obviously legal. Alright, I got 17 names in here. Where's my roll button? We are going to roll. I'm going to pick 2 names at the moment, and those 2 people are going to play in the order they are drawn, and then I'm going to reset the raffle for the next time we do this so that everybody has a chance to get in again. So, our first player of the night is Captain Jack 68. Captain Jack, what is your in-game name? I need your in-game name so I know who's challenging me. Okay. And I need you to give me... I'm going to put up the deck list again. I need you to give me 3 numbers off of this list of phobias. What phobias do you want to face tonight? Alright, let me send a whisper to... Alright, 4 and 11. Yep, pick 3. Alright. Well, if he gets that far, I'll ask him. And I'm going to roll again. After Captain Jack is Nico Sharp. So Nico Sharp, you are in the on-deck circle. Alright, so Captain Jack is up first and Nico Sharp is on deck. I'm gonna try sending okay, here we go. Here's the challenge. Alright, so he picked number 4. Melophobia. The fear of music. Yep, Pipit phobia is a thing. Alright. We're gonna go first. So, you know, this is kind of bad, but I'm gonna keep it. So you know when you're playing a music deck that you gotta have Puck and Balthazar, the rock stars, and we got our Lith lyricists here, singing their jaunty tunes. We got our Ashwood soloist sleeve. It's a musical beach party, guys and gals. We are partying along the beach. Captain Jack coming out with baby Yetis. I could be wrong, but I don't think Yetis are big appreciators of the finer arts. Alright, let's mix up our thresholds. And start getting some ramp. Fear of animatronics or dolls. The closest I got is technophobia, probably Stigma Buster. The Yetis are shaved for swimming. No! No, you burned the singer. Whatever will we do? Alright, the Yeti comes in for a crushing 1 point of damage. Wild Shard is the draw. Not exactly what we're looking for. We have ramp in here to get to something, but we have not found the somethings yet. Stop shaving Yetis! Function trying to think about what you're terrified by, and it might be Ferris wheels. No! No, another lyricist gets burned. Alright, I'm gonna end up taking 3 here. Oh, come on, let's get some gas. Let's get some gas here. You're gonna get swamp gassed, right? Alright, and he throws down a Ruthless Intimidator. Creates a Valor. Only swings with that. I'm gonna just take it. Alright, so now Balthazar has come down off the stage. And we are so desperate for some shenanigans that he's just going to get played. I think. What's this do? Draw a card and gain 2 health. That's a little bit greedy, but we have a Dancer. Wild Root Dancer. When you play resource, another target troop you control gets +2/+2. Remember, the dungeon decks will include rare and legendary cards in the role of AI-only cards. That's kind of why I do common and uncommon, is so I have a balance lever I can use to create a little bit of additional challenge. So you're going to see that in every deck of mine, that the Dungeon Master cheats and has some rares and legendaries. Alright, so that is a devastating board. that the elves are just completely not ready for. That's 4, 7, 9. Okay. And thank you everybody who's helping me out and sharing out what the rules are for this. Nope, nope. Sequencing. We need a Wild Root Dancer to get down. Dancer. Can the Dancer make themselves... Dancer can't make themselves bigger. So we're going to grow Balthazar. And then we have a drummer. We're going to throw down the drummer in our musical party. And the next troop in the deck is going to get the ability to battle something. But the musicians are firmly on the defensive at the moment. And Mama Yeti. The elves just wanted to party. And that is the Alpha Swing. Alright, so let's, you know, I'm not entirely sure it matters. Yeah, we're gonna block like that. And I probably should have used Crash to the Ground somewhere there, but we'll deal. So everything's dead except Balthazar. Okay, Captain Jack just made $2 for the kids. Yeah, we're super dead, so we're gonna swing. Crushing Blow. And Smash Face for the remaining 5. Just to send a message. And yep, we're gonna update my donation count. That was $3. $3 for the kids, and deck number 4 is scratched off as you have seen it on the stream. Alright, so now up next, you might remember batches are best of 1. So we're gonna get out of there. I'm 1 star away from Cosmic. 1 star. I'm gonna get there. Alright. Using same deck. Praxis of Evil in the channel. That's my real life brother. What's up, bro? Thanks for hanging out. Alright, so Immortal. Yes, you can swap decks. Alright, 11. Ombraphobia, the Fear of Rain. Alright, the challenge is out. Oops, that's not what I wanted there. Yeah, we're gonna keep this because we have a Storm Cloud in hand. When you gain a charge, add a storm counter to it. Remove all the storm counters to get a bunch of stormlings. And we have a Storm Rider for our rainy action. Alright, so I'm going to Fate Wave for a non-resource here because we have quite a few in hand. Too bad you can't get Storm of the Century into the deck. That'd be legit. Okay, sorry, I needed to pause there for a second because the Sutherlord was sending me an instant message that we are going to have some spoilers for the interview coming up. This is news to me. I did not know this in advance. Alright, so let's get our Storm Cloud down. Yes, if you win 3 times in a row, your run is done. And then we'll have the next person up. Wanted to shorten a normal dungeon run down. That way there'd be the opportunity for more people to play within our 4-hour block. No! You can't cremate the happy cloud. Captain Jack's a cloud hater, y'all. Alright, whew, okay. Gonna play a shard. Deathless Infiltrator. Seek some adventure. And have at least a little bit better body to defend against what's going on here. Alright, so the Mama Yeti comes down.
I will finish.
That's a problem. That is definitely a problem. Alright, I'm going to eat the 5. I probably hold for either Frost Blast now or Crackling Tide to deal with the Yeti. Don't let losing that card cloud your judgment. Fate Weave for, I think, Adventure again. Gives us 4/4 flyer. Fate Weaving again, I think I swing. Frost Blast to take out the Yeti. Eat whatever damage that ends up being. You're going to hear a lot of Star Wars music in my sound mix because I am a huge Star Wars fan. Thrawn is a Star Wars character and probably one of the best. He is a strategic genius and a Grand Admiral for the Empire, and very much the kind of persona I wish I was when it comes to the TCG arena. Alright, another Frost Blast is pretty good. Okay, so we're at 5 resources. Have Vision. I think I'm gonna put another resource on top of the deck. That's 3 for 5. That's 6 coming in. Are we racing? I actually think I'm holding here. Not be able to watch because you're about to go play some Star Wars Rebellion, but it'll be like I'm watching in spirit. Well, sounds good. I am recording, so the VOD's gonna. I'll make sure the VOD's available later. All right, are you swinging? You are swinging. Oh, I think I want to get rid of that. And Frost Blast that. Pew, pew, pew. Seek some... Yeah, you know what? I want some adventure. Yeah. Nice to show people the kinds of crazy shenanigans we get into every Wednesday night. No! I walked into your trap. Alright, so jam out Storm Rider. Pass. I think that if I remember correctly, the top card of the deck is a resource, so I don't want to Fate Weave here. There's no payoff for it. I think making trades is fine. I think this deck in the over time wins out. Captain Jack at 19. We're down to 10. More eggs in the deck. Alright, now Vision of Zeta comes out. And she At the start of each champion's turn, they Fate Weave. When you play a something something... you know what, I want a resource, non-resource here. Oh, that was a dud draw. She's unique. She's unique and she found her twin in the deck. The Zeota sisters. Okay. Yeah, we'll swing. Yeah, isn't this the Deus Ex theme just the best? One of the best. Oh, I missequenced that. I lost a point of damage. Derpy Dungeon Master doesn't know how to play his own decks. Alright, so this probably swings in. And the Crackling Tide, the Storm Tide rolls in, sends it back up to the hand. We're not taking any damage here. I could revert it too, but I can revert it later. Use the dark side. What do I... You know what? I still don't think I want more resources. Okay, so this is a thing. Fate Weave. For some adventure. Hey-oh, we got Storm Cloud. And we're going to swing in with that. And just that. And if it dies, we have a replacement. But we're not going to play it right now so that Captain Jack doesn't get the advantage of the Fate Weave. Alright, Captain Jack running low on steam. Fate Weave managed to stabilize. Alright, I'm going to make a risk and take that. Ah! Thrawn, learn how to play your own decks. Oh, it's quick. Punt count 2. Yes, the wells are indeed okay for fixing. Alright, I'm going to swing for 2. And I'm going to revert that. Dead Jack Pitt, my hero. And do you even turn the phobias list into an image? Man, you are really my hero right now. Taking some of the administrative work off of my shoulders. Alright, seek some adventure. Frost Blast is fine. Just misplaying for the kids, right? Giving our opponent every possible chance to bludgeon a donation out of me. Oh, I'm also giving him a chance to Fate Weave outs now. He can Fate Weave a non-resource. He doesn't need more resources. He can find a Swamp Gas if he wants to kill the Vision. He instead cremates the Flyer. Okay. Now we say goodbye to that, I think, once and for all. Seek all of the adventure. Get greedy with our non-blocks. Alright. Play Deathless Infiltrator. Again, seeking some adventure. Going to ship with the Vision. I think maybe do we need a resource now? Do we need to do we need to get some Stormcloud action since this is the Fear of Rain? Oh, Swamp Gas takes out Zeta. If you block the other, yeah, true. Misplaying for the children. No swing. Alright. Deathless Agent. So we have a nice Fate Weave. So I'm going to greed, save this charge power for when both can do some action. Captain Jack not out of this. Fireball's the face. For the face. Yeah, now my being a little carefree with the non-blocks. Oh, but we got the storm! The ultimate storm! First you were afraid of rain, then you were afraid of hail. We're gonna put some fortune on. We're gonna put a shard on top of the deck, so we can pop our storm cloud. Swing with the 2.
You must learn the ways of the Force.
Not looking good for Captain Jack. He finds a Vigil of Nul Zon that deals double damage. Okay, so we have a shard, which allows us to Fate Weave again, seek some adventure. Gotta pop the Storm Cloud before it's all over, right? Sacrifice this to exhaust that. And everything swings! It's probably too late for him to see that. He does... I need to get... where's my OBS? I need to get my OBS back up here. Fix my view on this. We do owe an additional $1 for that being the first time the deck was shown. So we're at $4, continuing to rise. And Nico Sharp was on deck here. So, Nico Sharp, is your in-game name the same or different? No salt games are the best. All right. What decks? What phobias do you wish to face? There's the list again. When in doubt, pick a number 1 through 18. Show me which one do you guys... Oh, you're leaving it open to the chat. 18, 12, 17. Alright, Nico. When you are ready, come at me. We are going to start with the Fear of Rejection. Some of my regulars are going to recognize this deck. And then move on from there to the Fear of Zombies. And a potential finale, the Fear of Change. And after Nico's up, depending on time, it might be time to bring Ryan Sutherland into the channel here. Alright, let me get rid of that list. And let's start with the Fear of Rejection. Fear of Rejection is a Daughter of Stars deck. Because nothing says rejection like an underplayed, unloved champion with a one-sided board wipe. Alright, so we got Buccaneer for some bounce. We have a Mystic Naturalist. We have a Coyote Shaman to bring back some. Yep, Goliath knows this one. Goliath has seen this before. This encounter has been a lurker for a few dungeons now. Bounce Castle. Boing, boing, boing. Can You overcome the fear of having your cards constantly returned to your own hand. Glad you had fun, Captain Jack. Alright, you know what? I'm going to make a speculative guess that I can just play that. I'm not sure that... Okay, this is Goot, but not... Yeah, nope, you know what? It probably would have been better to... Probably would have been better to hold, because I was assuming this is going to be Blood Diamond, like, super... This is... Okay, this is Health Gain. Yep, could have paid more attention. That's okay. We'll throw down Buccaneer on Shard. And throw that back up in hand. Ooh, Dino was talking it up in the interview last night? Oh, that's nice of him. I didn't get to catch his interview because I had to work in the morning, and I think that was past my bedtime. But he's been very supportive of my efforts to try to do some unconventional, fun, kind of laid-back type content. Alright, so out again comes the Adamanthian Scriveners. Swing with the team. And then play Mystic Naturalist to try to get the Bird Army going and win through the air. Everything you see here is actually common or uncommon this far. Yeah. Yeah, I have a 4-hour block. I'm in until 10 p.m. I think I've got more volunteers than I possibly have time for, which is a good problem to have, honestly. This is quick. Yeah. You're not allowed to block. Sorry, thank you. Come again. No reserves Twisted Chaos because matches are best of one. But you are allowed to change your deck between every single match, so that's kind of reserves. Or if you don't like your deck, you can bring out a different one. I've had people run through dungeons and do a different deck for every single encounter along the way. Yep. As long as every one of your decks meets the rules for the dungeon, you can change decks between every encounter. So you're welcome to specifically build a deck to hate on a specific deck, and then change your deck to a different thing to hate on something else. Take 6? Sure. So you've made at least 10 decks. Yes, feel free to test all you want. It will not matter against the Dungeon Master. Got a real healthy Air Force built up. This is gain 2 charges. It's quick, we don't have to do it now. Nico is getting some big stuff going on over here. Woo! Look at that, 11-11. Probably doing the gain health here. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Oh yeah, you go for the Dreadlings because... Oh. Hashtag wreck, that's real good. That's real good. Oh, that's real good. Tim will have to sleep. As usual when you're on, but keep being awesome, thank you. Do we need to enter the raffle if you're already entered? I don't think so, but I will check after this. So I think we're just riggedy wrecked, actually, with that combo. Is this attacking? that's attacking you. We're pretty riggedy wrecked. Wow. Bounce Castle is down. Wah wah. Alright, so let's get out of here. Nico beat some more dollars out of me. Now I'm gonna take a look at the giveaway. No, I've got 21 people in the giveaway, so you should, and I haven't reset it. So if you've entered exclamation dungeon with a deck ready, you're still in there. So you should be good. Alright, and Nico, send me the challenge when you are ready. When Nico's run is done, I will probably be taking a short break. Just to use the bathroom and get these spoilers set up so we're ready to show those off when Ryan Sutherland joins in on the action. Alright, so Nico wanted kinemortophobia is how I'm going to choose to pronounce that. The fear of zombies. Yep, we are going to have Ryan Sutherland and we are going to have spoilers tonight on a super ultra mega special edition of Dungeon Masters of Entrath. Alright, this isn't great, but knowing what's in this deck, we'll go with it. I'm going to go ahead and say out of the blue, I think Morgan McBombus is pretty favored in this matchup. What is this, Street Fighter? Yeah, I think I have my donation tracker set up correctly. I haven't seen any donations pop up though since I started. But let's see what we can do. I would love to get us over the 8,000 mark by the end of my segment. That would be real sweet. If somebody did donate and the needle and nothing popped up and the needle hasn't moved on my donation number, let me know about it in chat and I can try to refresh things. Alright, so we have Zombizzle. Tribunal Magistrate, kind enough to upload this sexy show open he did to YouTube. Always happy to hear another Star Wars fan. Alright. So combat training on Flickering Gobbler is real good because then you have a consistent action, get your action back, be able to play your Gobbler. It's a nice little combo. You're gonna have to eat 5. I want to play the regular resource on 4 here. We're gonna tag that with the power. And then Blightseed Cultivator to hit that. To make some Blight Blossoms and Fate Weave to seek some adventure. And then sacrifice it to seek some more adventure, and then swing. Alright, take out both of the Thunderfield Seers for our zombie, and now we have an undead plant zombie and a bunch of undead plants shuffling off at Nico Sharp.
What is thy bidding, my master?
Embertongue Skarn dropping down. Warp Steel Shardsworn with Gladiator 1 takes away a Call the Grave. But we want to resurrect all the zombies! Alright, let's Fate Weave a non-resource. Seek some adventure. Throw down our zombie. Call the Grave a zombie. And by the way, this deck is thematic in that the zombies have to always keep attacking because zombies don't have brains. That's just the way of zombies. They don't have brains. All they know how to do is rah! Alright, so he's making his choice. Throwing down the Flickering Gobbler again. And Combat Training. Which also draws cards. I'm quite sexy. You think I am zombie racist? Because... Excuse me, sir, not all zombies are single-minded brain eaters. Some of us do have a little bit of restraint and don't immediately gobble on sight, okay? That's not cool. Yeah, first rates would have been nice. Deathcry, your troops get summon a zombie. Well, we might as well do that for our voracious zombie here. Seek some adventure. Do that thing. And you know that thing about zombies? Zombies can only attack. They just go, ah! So once again, the zombies have to swing in. I'll have you know, I know a number of zombies that are perfectly happy blocking and then eating brains. I see. Donations seem to be super delayed. Alright, so there comes a Flickering Gobbler. That's very problematic. After this game, I'm going to try to refresh the donation page too and see if that makes any difference. Lots of cards. Oh, and he cremates the face. That's lethal. That's super lethal. Aw, and he took out the zombie plague. Start of your turn, reveal 3 random cards. If they're troops, they get -1/-1. If they hit 0, we get zombies. No plague of zombies. Not today. GG's. Alright, so let's update. When that was 12, that one's been shown now. I'm Xing them off as they come up. And I'm going to take a quick second to try to see if anything's different on the donation page. No, it's not. Nothing's updated there. Alright. Send me a challenge when you are ready. And this is going to be The Fear of Change, Metathesiopia, if I'm pronouncing that even remotely correctly. So the zombies are now eating your brain. Doesn't feel great, man. It doesn't feel great. Oh, nope. He sent a standard. There we go. 17. The fear of change. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just update the counter right now for the fact that this is the first time this deck has been shown off. And what better to symbolize change? We'll keep this Arcane Focus. What better way to symbolize change than a deck that is all about shift and constantly changing? Oh, the illusion of choice. Do we need a resource, or do we need a resource? Alright, if I had known that was going to be the result of Arcane Focus, I would not have kept. Mistakes were made. You do not have to have 3 different decks. Nico just has 3 built and was showing off. Alright, so we can Shackling Strands the thing when that comes out. So we have something. And we're coming up about the time that Ryan Sutherland is going to be joining us too. So when Nico's run is done, I'm going to take a quick break to do some updates to get the stream ready for him and get those spoilers ready. I don't need a shard game. Okay, play shard and pass. He built 3 in the time Jack played game 2. Alright, so Nico Sharp is going to chuck the Dreadling and gets a Vilefang Eremite down, which is pretty much doesn't care about the kinds of removal that are in hand here. Alright, Kismet gives us a Chimera Guard Fallen. I want the Deep Gaze Disciple out first. Gonna pass the turn. And, yep, you're going to activate your thing. Deep Gaze Disciple. When a power gets shifted onto a troop you control, that gets +1/+1. So anything shifting to anything makes Deep Gaze Disciple stronger. Alright, so every time a Dreadling simply comes into existence, we have to take a point of damage off the Vilefang. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk walking into. I'm not sure what kind of trap that would be, but I'm gonna let that happen. All right, Naive Lackey comes down. And now we can immediately shift this over to this. And so now that's a 3/4 that when it swings it's going to get 4 more attack. So we are able to swing for... No! 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 Well, I want my power back. It makes me sad. Yeah, just be glad you didn't revert it and then shift again and immediately get blown out. Death's Head Rider, though, is going to make us sacrifice that. Nico says, I'm not afraid of you, Dungeon Master. I can run you over with 3 different decks. And I can't even use a Totem Trap to finish that off because there's no blocker. Free damage is free. Alright, there's another Chimera Guard Fallen. The whole charity stream runs through Sunday. My block runs for 3 more hours. got a whole lot of nothing here. Almost if he knows you have a totem trap in hand, Kappa. Hey. Where normally I really don't want people streaming on when we're doing the show on my own channel for charity. You do whatever you want. I'm not gonna be scumbag about it. Strangle on the Chimera. That's super bad. That's super bad. I get to kill a thing. I get to kill a thing. Yay! Alright. So Nico is looking pretty fine here. What do we find? You can't swing. Just reading the chat. And you can't swing. And look at me, I have no cards. Those were not good targets for Shackling Stranded. The Dreadlings still happen, so we're still dead. It's just play what you got. Death by coin. A good stylistic victory. So Nico Sharp is a 3-time winner. Yep, going out like a champ. Just gotta play what you got. So Nico, I'm gonna put you down as somebody that I need to talk with Neo about getting an Evo code to, and I will also have a booster pack for you here. So I'm gonna take a bit of a break here. I'll leave the music running. I'm gonna get these spoiler pictures set up and ready for you, exchange some messages, and we're gonna get Ryan. We're gonna see if Ryan Sutherland is around to get into the chat with us. So bear with me a moment, and I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I am back, and I'm going to kill the music, and that way we don't have that as a distraction. And then I'm just going to let's see if we can call Ryan. And let's see, I need to. He's got the world's greatest pick. Hello.
Hello.
Let me adjust my audio here in OBS
Sure. Sounds great.
because you're probably really quiet. All right.
People in the office would disagree with that.
All right. So I've got you cranked up here. Um, Now let's
Sounds like a
see.
good time.
It's been a blast so far. Nico Sharp just wrecked me 3 games in a row.
Oh no.
Yeah, he so beating me up, smashing some money out of me for the children.
Worth it.
Definitely worth it. Window capture, Skype. Yeah, I'm too. I can get you up here, I think,
Okay.
but
Whoa.
I'm too. We're
You may
just
be too large.
yeah. We're gonna shrink you down, and
Okay.
then because I'm too much of a noob streamer, I'm just gonna cut that part of my Skype off, and we'll have you over there.
Sure.
And
I'm okay, good. I'm shrinking to a normal size at least.
yeah, you're a little bit bigger than me, but that's okay. You're our special guest star, so get that up. Get that up there. How is it going for you? How does it feel to be on a Friday night, hanging out with us in the charity stream here?
It's good. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Excellent. So we just had a PlayStation 4 release. We have a lot of people in chat over the last few days who have said they are new players to the game.
Yeah.
So just to start, for anybody who's new, can I have you explain who you are and what your role is within Hex?
Sure. My name's Ryan Sutherland. I am the lead of the design team. I do a lot of the initial design for a lot of our sets. Not for upcoming Dead of Winter, but I did do Frostheart, Hero Fall, Primal Dawn. I'll be doing more sets in the future as well. That's what I'm currently working on. I touch a lot of different things though. Like just because I wasn't the lead on Dead of Winter, I still. I mean, we have a small design team, so we always have a lot of say. Like there's always a lot of everybody on the team gets to put their finger into the mixture.
Okay. Apparently, I have to have your like Skype open for you to properly move. Otherwise, if I minimize it, you look frozen.
Oh, okay. Well, that's going to be awkward.
Yeah, we'll just deal with it as it is for now. I might turn off your cam when we get to doing some games. Ryan did put together a few decks, so
I did.
he's gonna throw down with me too here.
I made a whole party of characters to die at the hands of your dungeons.
Excellent. All right. Apparently, I'm being told I didn't. I thought I did add my dollars, but I'll take you at your word that I forgot to add $2 to the pile. So we're up to 13 then. So I had a couple. I just had a few couple prepared questions, and then chat if you have any at Throne Omega to make sure I see those, and we can kind of talk about those. In no particular order, I was looking at some of the portal cards that have been spoiled so far,
Sure, yeah,
and
we've spoke a good number of them now.
yeah, and so far for every portal card I've seen, the rarity of the portal created matches the rarity of the card it belongs to. Is
hmm
that something that's unanimous across all portal cards, or are we going to see some where the rarity of a portal created is not the same as the card it came from?
For a while, we were fluctuating on how we would do those. Sometimes certain cards would make a different kind. Like, for example, if there was a card that destroyed a troop and then gave somebody a portal, sometimes we would try to match it to that troop, but it just became kind of like cumbersome to do it that way. So instead, we just opted for like, yes, every portal card creates a portal of the matching rarity.
Okay, and was did conscript come into the thought in any way with that? Because I know one of the common complaints I saw from people who didn't like that mechanic was,
Uh-huh.
I hate it when that my opponent's eager lackey creates a high infinitrix or
Sure,
something like
sure.
that.
Yeah, I mean that was part of it. I mean, even back when we were working on Conscript, we were thinking about possibly before anybody had ever seen Conscript in the wild, we were already thinking about going that route, but ultimately went with just whatever you get is what you get. But this time, We decided to rein it in a little bit and just keep the portals bound to a certain rarity.
Okay. And another theme I've noticed in a lot of the spoilers, and maybe there's something to this, maybe there's not, but I'm seeing a lot of six drop troops, and
That
and
is, I could tell you that is crazy random happenstance. That wasn't really. It was just the way that some of the spoilers kind of came out this season.
okay, because
Uh,
it was
it's
recalling
it's not a theme. It's not something we were purposely trying to put out there.
it was recalling memories of cost five or greater matters
Yeah,
with
yeah. We don't have anything
periwinkle and
like
other stuff.
that.
Okay, nothing like
Yeah,
that.
we've seen people theorizing, especially because we changed the cost on the butterfly. Like everybody's like, oh, I think they probably have some cost matter stuff in here, and that's not actually true. There is a reason that we moved the butterfly down, but and I think everybody will see that as we continue to show off more cards from the set.
And I was reading through some earlier, interviews and Q and A's you'd done, and I know in the earlier days of Hex, most testing was almost exclusively done in paper because you guys were still trying to build the back end tech stuff
Hmm.
to be able to
Hmm.
run things. And so now I'm curious, as we're coming up on set 8, how much of the design process is still done in paper versus how much are you able to do right in client from the get go?
A large amount of the stuff is actually done in client. Um, like as soon as we've decided, hey, these are actually the mechanics that we like. Um, Alex Evangelou, who works on kind of our games rule stuff, will like be like, all right, let me see how quickly I can get that in there. And for just to foreshadow a little bit, like in the next set, like he was able to get it all done in like basically a week. And there is some stuff that there's some really crazy stuff we're doing in the future that is going to take more than just him to implement, but for the most part, we're able to get everything into the client pretty quickly now.
Nice.
So
So
like so like as every set comes out, we're doing more and more of our stuff in client. The only thing that's actually limiting us at sometimes is like um, we can't really start playing with any of the set 9 stuff until you we push set 8 out the door, because otherwise we have all the stuff commingling, and we don't really want to do that. So once we can get Dead of Winter out to you guys, then we will be full on into the next set here.
nice. And kind of a chicken and egg type question on set design.
Sure.
When you're approaching a set design, what's the relationship between the thematics of what a set's going to do and how that dictates what the mechanics are going to be, versus you guys going, man, I really want to see a card do this, and then creating kind of the thematics that fit the mechanics you wanted to make. If that makes
Well, if
sense.
it's if there's like a specific design that we really want, we can usually get it in there. Like not every card has to be specifically for what we're trying to do, but at certain times that we'll say, okay, maybe we should hold off on this for until the next set, because we might know what the next set is going to be trying to do. Like there were some designs in Dead of Winter that I was like, well, this is actually going to kind of overlap with some of the stuff that we're doing in the future. So what if we just go ahead and hold off on this, and we'll do that in the future. And we're always working to try to put the things in the right place. A lot of the times, building the sets, sometimes it's like we begin the set from different angles. Like Frostheart was more born, like all the mechanics and stuff were born out of what is going to be the story that we're telling, and the story that we were telling was uh, of the Frost Ring and all these teams. So like as we were doing these teams, so as we knew it was going to be about the Frost Ring arena, we knew we wanted to have something that showed something like what Hogarth was doing, which was the Frost form stuff. We also wanted to show that it was like this crazy gladiatorial combat arena, so that's where Gladiator came from. Even before it was aligned with like this Null faction, like we didn't even have all those factions really fleshed out yet. But we would like generally I sit down and I'm like trying to create like different archetypes that will be fun to play with, and yeah, that's how. And then sometimes like some of the things genesis out of those archetypes, like the Twilights, we didn't really know exactly what their deal was. they weren't really a part of the frost ring until we realized, okay, well, we want this blood diamond constant thing, which eventually in Dead of Winter they kind of mutated into this verdict mechanic, and by doing that, we are able to start defining new sub factions. Same thing happened with the Nox. The Nox were just this kind of like weird one-off Scorpionox thing, and then we were like, well, we kind of want to do some more of this type of thing, and so we started creating this entire Nox mutant subrace.
Right.
So it kind of goes back and forth. It all depends. And then there's other mechanics like Fate Weave where it's just like, well, I just think this is going to be good for the game, and we just put it in there. It doesn't really need a lot of thematics, but it's just a good mechanic.
I'm looking forward to testing out some of those knock stuff. Blood,
Yeah,
maybe aggro, just smashing some faces.
for sure. Yeah,
Sign
I
me
think
up.
they got some sweet. I really like their look and their feel. Like the Animus that was spoiled, and like all of them just looks super sweet. I love the art on them.
One question I'm getting in chat here: do the new prismatic dragons serve some kind of upcoming role in the story, or are they just the obligatory inclusion for continuity's sake?
Yeah, well, we just want to continue doing dragons, and sometimes like we like in the first two sets we did all of the different single shard dragons. So we were like, well, okay. Then we did an artifact, and we did a 5 shard dragon, and then from there it was like, well, where are we going next with the dragon? So let's try releasing one dragon, one dual shard dragon per set until we kind of run out of those. And sometimes they fit into the theme of what's going on, like as we saw with Livanth. And Urnaz was kind of a weirdo one-off that we kind of needed to do, but he also fit in because the Frost Ring. Some people say that he's at the Frost Ring. I don't know about that, but so we're able to like kind of pepper in those things as we need them.
And a few people had brought this up, so I'm just going to throw the question out there so that there's an answer for it. I'm seeing people saying they want the Slaughter Gears nerf reverted and put back to the way those cards originally were. Has that been any topic of discussion amongst the team? Are you guys like, nah, they're fine?
Well, I definitely see those threads and I look at them, and people are saying things like, well, if you guys are going to leave uh the spider decks the way they are, the Terror Mill, then you should allow replicators or the Slaughter Gears guys to come back. However, the way I look at that is like I kind of look the other way, where it's like if we're not gonna have if we're not gonna have Slaughter Gears, we shouldn't have Terror Mill either. So there may be some action in, there's a certain range we want decks to operate in. And personally, I think a lot of the Slaughter Gear stuff went out the door just kind of like we worded it, not the way we actually wanted to word it. Like it didn't make much sense for things to pump themselves instead of like pumping for each other one you controlled. I always thought that was really strange. I feel like that was actually a mistake, as opposed to like we weren't trying to nerf those things. We were just trying to put them back the way they were, which yes, it is a nerf because it did get worse. However, like when you look at I think the intent of those equipment was not what actually went out the door.
Okay. And kind of in your role as designer, I was curious how you guys approach designing, because you've been lead designer on sets. Corey Burkhart has been lead designer on sets. What is the role of the lead designer as opposed to the other designers? And because I know since you're not always the lead designer in every set,
Mm-hmm.
when you're the lead, what's your role versus on the sets where you're not the lead? How are you interacting with the person who is the lead, if that makes sense, and how you're kind of swapping your roles around between sets a little bit?
Sure, yeah. So when I'm the lead, it's like I take a long time to do initial design because there's a lot of mechanics that come out of like the first set of a block, which is usually what I'm in charge of. Um, and like, so I'll be working on that. And then as we get towards the end or like towards the midway of the design, whenever we need to start testing limited and constructed, and like once we're like, okay, this set is at a good spot, so let's start like really putting it through the ringer. That's when everybody else comes in. That's when Corey starts grinding out games with us. That's when Jared's also putting his hands on the set, and it's always difficult to mold a deck on your own, or a set on your own. And so the job of the other people is to go through, review everything, and give feedback, and then we just keep on massaging the set until we can get it exactly where we want it, or as close to it where we want it as we possibly can. It's always we're always going pretty quick with these things because we want to make sure that we're staying on that schedule.
Right.
So we do it pretty quick, and but I've been happy with what we've released.
And seeing returning characters, Lixel's got a big, obviously very important arc here. One question is, characters like Renlock and some of the other ones from the very early sets. Are we going to be seeing them come back at some point? Or are they pretty much, on the shelf for a while as we're exploring Frostheart and what comes next?
It really depends on where we end up wanting to go next. Like we have that cast of characters that we can pull from. Like you see characters like Lixel, like Puck, like Balthazar showing up here. I would say Renlock, was a very enigmatic Archmage character. So like if we ever need that type of character, we can always pull from that. Bring him back. You have like the little fellowship, the Ardent Fellowship that was created at the end of Scars of War. So, and like they kind of have a story going on. It'll be interesting if we go back to that story, or if we go to another story, if we want to bring in some more of those old characters, introduce some new characters. There's a lot of different things that we can do, and those characters are always there. And I would be very surprised if you didn't see more of them in the future.
Cool. And on the PvE side, with the release of Frostheart, we saw much welcome, I think, update to the arena. Nice to have some new challenges, new loot and stuff. Looking at how people have been playing that and engaging with that content, are you guys happy with the challenge level it's presenting? Do you feel the difficulty was dialed up a little bit too high, or maybe that that it's not, that it needs to be turned down a bit, or is it going to stay right where it's at?
I know a lot of people out there have thought it's gone a little too high, and I don't disagree with them. I think we definitely push the boundaries of how difficult that mode should be. Currently, we don't plan on bringing it down. I will definitely say that it's probably something that will happen in the future, though.
Is
we're more likely to bring it down than we are to push it any further. That's for sure.
Was the kind of design intent behind that to be the best thing the PvE currently has to like an end game? Here is your hard mode. You've completed the 2 AZs. Now, how good are you really?
Exactly. Like it's a strange thing that we had to do, because when Frostring was first released, it was the only PvE we had, if you remember. And because it was the only thing we had, it kind of had to be a little bit on the lighter side. We had to keep things pretty simple and easy. I wouldn't say like it's more complex now. I would just say that we definitely, since we released several adventure zones, those kind of became where you initially go to start playing. And so then we were like, okay, so what is the role of the Frostring at this point? And the role became more to be kind of more of an end game. So we had to ramp up the difficulty, make it so it's like we don't see people doing speed runs of the arena. It's more like, can I actually beat the arena? How far can I get? And those elite bosses, well, not even just the elite bosses, but just the elites that you face along the way definitely have those ramp ups and challenge. And I think that they served a better way of introducing a little bit of challenge as you're playing through than like adding a scattering of equipment, which was what the old one did. And I don't think adding equipment to the arena decks was really the best way to increase the difficulty, but it was a knob that we had and we tried it. I don't think it was the best way to do it, but it served its purpose in the past, and I like the way that the elite system works now.
Okay. And let me know if this is something you can't answer. I won't be mad. But with the upcoming Dead of Winter release, we know there's going to be updates to the arena. Can you say anything about what form that's going to take? Are we talking new loot drops, new champions, new challenges?
It will be pretty light, actually. We're looking to do another big update early next year, as opposed to like a bigger update right now. So you'll see more loot, but I wouldn't say you won't see any more different things to fight.
Okay.
We're kind of leaving it the same for right now, and then as we head to set 9 or so, we'll see another big update.
All right. Now, on the PVE front, this could be tough to come up with on the fly, but
Okay.
you have all the resources at your disposal that you want.
Okay.
Corey Jones walks up to you and says, "Ryan, your dream PVE dungeon, go. What are you designing? What are you subjecting players to in this dream dungeon?"
Well, so the interesting thing is like we've done so much design work on dungeons on paper. It just takes a lot to implement them. That I definitely have some on paper that I would love to implement. Um, One is called Chaos Key, and it's about exploring this chaos touch uh, filled mansion, and it's got you have like a sanity meter the entire time, and you lose sanity every time you bury any cards. Any of your cards are buried, so like you're losing sanity throughout, and all the things you're facing against have like the more insane you are, the more powerful they are. So as your sanity comes down, things get tougher and tougher the further you go into this mansion. And we had it in paper, and I still think it's like my favorite thing. I would
Really,
love to get that thing in. And Art slash Chris Woods wants to add like crazy insanity effects going on. The crazier and crazier you get, but I hope that we could get that in one day. But we'll see. We'll see.
that's a very H.P. Lovecraft Arkham Horror style vibe going for it. I think that'd be
Absolutely.
sweet. I keep trying to insinuate and suggest anywhere I can that I really want a Super Mario parody dungeon where Princess Corey gets kidnapped by it could be like by a dinosaur, one of those with one of those jackets that Locke has,
Perfect.
and
Yeah, I love it.
Holiday takes on the role of as of Mario. You team up with a Shroomkin that's Toad, and then you ride in a dinosaur and your Yoshi analog, and just go through some big, really stupid, retro homages in a dungeon. That's my dream dungeon. So
That sounds awesome. I love that. I like the idea of making more dungeons where you're playing as like a specific character too. I think it makes it easier to create like actual story moments. We were talking about having a dungeon where you're fighting Yazukan. And it has this whole, and you're actually taking on the role of a specific character as opposed to one of your characters that you normally play in campaign,
right.
and it actually having like some story significance. And I think that's a more interesting way to go with some of the dungeons sometimes. So I don't know if that's where we will go, but I think it's got a lot of potential.
Not to put words in your mouth, but that sounds like sort of the thing, if because you were talking about smaller content drops on the PvE side. I could see those kind of standing alone outside of an adventure zone drop as their own stories.
Sorry,
You get
Kyle's giving me some weird art that we're gonna see. Not today, but it's
okay.
coming.
Well, and speaking of art,
Mm-hmm.
you sent me a couple spoiler
I did.
images.
I did. Can we do that Ruby one first?
Yes.
Okay, so if for those of you who haven't been in the forums yet, today we put up a poll to see which sleeve you guys want to play with, or you guys want to earn through ladder coming this January, I believe. And there's the card.
Return to
Turn
Cinder.
to Cinder.
Quick action. Deal 2 damage to target opposing troop. If it would die this turn, void it instead.
Yep. Simple card, but I think this card is definitely one of my most played cards in the new set, and I'm happy that I gave it that sweet name.
Yeah, I agree with Thumfish's comment here. He said mini Pyre Strike.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
That's exactly what it is. Cheaper cost, very similar effect.
Hmm.
We'll cover my face for a minute. Y'all know what I look like. Let's grab the other one here too. Okay, so spoiler number uno: the Sunset Shade. 2 cost, 1/1 flyer, has +1 attack for each constant you control. Didn't mute myself, right? So what was your guys' thought behind the Sunset Shade?
Sunset Shade. So Blood Diamond has that new verdict thing going on. However, we still wanted to support some of the constant themed stuff that we had before. So the Sunset Shade is actually one of the Dusk members of the Twilight faction, and he's actually inside the Dusk world right now, or the Night world, however you want to call it. I just love this piece of art. I love that little horse's head with the banded metal. I just think this piece of art is just amazing.
So that's like when you say Night World, says he's like in a parallel dimension in this art.
Well, okay. So for the Twilight guys, there's two portals, as you can see in the Scales of Twilight.
Right.
One is day and one is night, and they both are one parallel universe, but two different versions of it. And when the scales are in balance, they create the Twilight world, where they can both kind of coexist together. But this one's actually in the Dusk or Night world.
Okay. Yeah, those are pretty sweet. There was another card that was spoiled earlier today that I wish one of my decks had access to. I think it was all of your spirits have +1/+1 or plus.
Oh yeah. Twilight Justice, I think.
Yep. One of these phobia decks is all about spirits, and definitely could have made use of that.
Yeah, well, I will say the same thing. A lot of my decks that I have today, I kept on playing or like messing around with them and being like, man, I really wish I had access to this card, but it's not out yet. So unfortunately, I can't grant myself access to cards that don't exist yet.
Don't exist yet. Yep.
Yeah, makes it a little difficult.
So with the day and the night side of a parallel dimensions, does this open up story space? Any thoughts that future hex sets might take us to other dimensions or branch off from the main planet, or is there still so much going on with the main planet that
I think there's a lot on Entrath still to deal with. But when you have Corey Jones at the helm of your of the ship that we were running here, who knows where we're going next?
Right, Rick and Morty crossover.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Set 10 epic spell war of Entrath.
Oh boy.
Let me shrink these down, and then since you went to the trouble of making some decks to throw down, we should have some fun here. Did you see the list of all the names of the decks?
Briefly. I think you could just choose for me. I don't mind.
All right.
I'll fight anything.
Pick 3 random numbers between 1 and 18.
Oh no, you can't make me pick random numbers. That doesn't make any sense. Between 1 and 18?
Between 1 and 18, because I have 18 decks.
All right. We're gonna go with 17, 12, and 11.
All 3 of those. You've picked 3 numbers that have already been shown on stream.
Oh, let's keep going then. What about number 3, number 2, and number 10?
3, 2, and 10 have not been shown. None of them. So we'll do that.
All right, 3, 2, and 10.
Because then, no matter what happens, I have to pony up $1 for each one of these games.
Perfect.
I'm gonna leave the music off for sake of banter, so that everybody can hear us. And I think you might already be on my friends list. Are you here as you're Hex Raisu, right?
I am.
All right, so I will send you a challenge here. And
look at that. We are friends.
Yeah, I fought you once on a dev stream, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
All right, so we'll go in numeric order.
Okay.
And the first one, I don't know Latin, so I'm probably going to mispronounce these, but this is ornithophobia, the fear of birds.
Oh, that sounds about right. All right. So what I did is I created a little ardent party to go into this dungeon, and I took one of each of the races and gave them a random class. And I found out for each of them, there was only one champion for each one. So my first one is my Coyote Ranger, which is one I open.
I'm so confident I'm letting you go first.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This deck probably needs it, I'll be honest.
I'm gonna check.
It's built around a very bad card.
Yeah,
so.
we'll keep this, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I am Fiona Honeyfinch, just so chat feed
Okay.
knows, because I figured out how to leave your camera up. So, but
Oh,
my
sure,
my
sure.
champion power, my champion is blocked.
Yes,
But
that
that's
makes sense.
that's hardly the most important thing. Um. Okay then.
I don't know how well this deck is actually going to do against a bunch of birds, but we'll see.
We shall see. We have turn 3 play. We have turn 4 play.
Oh, I need to
We
hide your
have
screen so I can't look at your. That'd be
insider
That's
information.
very rude. Yeah, I'll just keep one eye open.
I see what you did there. That's a pun. Chad's making fun of me. Turn 4 play. Spelling it slightly differently.
Okay, okay, okay. I like it. I like it. Um,
Refresh the donation tracker too. Looks like, I don't know if the donation numbers aren't working or nobody's just donated, but we're still where we are. Remember, everybody, every $5 you donate gets you one ticket into the raffle at the end of when the whole charity stream is over. Not a whole lot I can do about that. Right, I really need a shard. I need a shard so bad that looks
Oh,
like
jeez.
that's a reasonable life choice.
All right, all right. I can live with that.
That's the cheapest card in my hand right now.
You know what? I'm not afraid. These little coyotes are brave ones.
You're not afraid of any Frostlock?
Nah.
Okay, that's inconvenient for me. Hey, look at that.
Frostbirdie.
Yeah, this is interesting sequence of plays here.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Getting real frosty.
Yep, getting frosty up in here.
Okay.
Fun things could happen if we found a 4th resource.
Well, just these two.
I would prefer that doesn't have spell shield.
Oh, you fool.
Did I forget what that does?
You forget about the Moon Warden.
It's a trap! Walked right into that. No!
We're just gazing and wardening over here.
Throw down the army of ones.
Yep.
Well, I guess that's a resource.
They're not very good against your charge power, but you know.
Yeah, I need to slap that down because this is not great. So you're still gonna slap me for a bunch of damage.
Just with the monk.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna take our
Beat
downs.
Okay. All right, get in there.
All right, so now I could theoretically actually start playing some cards. I'm not sure this deck has anything that's real helpful against 6/5 spell shield though. Yeah, I think you might be beating some money out of me here.
Yes, excellent.
All right, so you want some birds? Have some birds.
Oh boy, that's some birds.
Yep, the great birdocracy. Yeah, I think I need to leave that back.
Ooh, okay. Let's bash with these.
Another target troop to control gets +1. Yes, you can do that on 1. Let's do that.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not a fan of any of my options with what I'm looking at in hand here.
Sure. I'm getting a little stuck on resources here myself, so
You've done some good work for 3.
that's true. That's true.
All right, so I think I still.
I might also be short one of my thresholds as well.
Okay, you got 4. I've got 4. I heard you like birds.
Oh God, so many birds.
Yeah, you don't need
Shrink,
to.
shrink a dink again.
You don't need to do that. I don't want to swing them.
Ooh, lucky ducky.
Uh-oh. Move. Yeah, I suppose that would make sense. Yeah, you don't need to see my clock. We'll move Ryan there. These matches are hardly going to run to time.
Probably not. Ooh. Let's see. All right. I will
2
I
for one
will
myself, but
So here's the card that I'm sure you were prepared for that I built my entire deck around.
show me what you got. Smoke signals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nobody expects the smoke signals.
No
Ready?
one
Each trip you
expects.
control.
Yep.
Yep. All right. You could have.
Oh,
I could
so
have named
good.
40 cards and I wouldn't have gotten the smoke signals.
Yeah, you weren't getting there. Let's see. I think I'm gonna loot as well.
Just the casual.
I'll discard my other sweet card.
Everything's bigger. Don't need the tale of trauma. Just
Don't need my Tale of Trauma.
No.
Bye
Bye, birds.
See you, birds.
You were fun.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, that's a thing. So I heard you like birds.
Oh my goodness, so many birds.
This would have been so great if the birds were actually able to stick.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just keep making more and more, ever more birds.
All right, so this is going to be a little tricksy. Let's do. All right. One eye open. And we'll get in there.
Okay, so that's a lot of pain. And you can, still be mean.
Yeah, the Moon Warden is kind of a jerk.
Yeah, it's inconvenient right now.
Yeah, all right.
Let's try this again. So, I hear you like birds.
Oh my God. The entire Senate is here. Oh,
We got the whole
But-
army.
nice AA there. I like that. I can appreciate
AAs or
that.
AAs or get out.
Let's try this. We're gonna consult your birds.
Traitors. All of you.
Every one of them.
Giving intel to the enemy. How dare they?
If only there's some way to still attack this turn.
If only.
If only.
However, could you?
me tell-
Could you do that? I like the chat. I love Ryan's deck. This guy should design cards.
You know what? We're just gonna brawl all of them. Get in there, boys.
No. No. And you guys can go through. Yay,
See
I
ya.
took one troop off the board. I'm winning. Yeah, so there's a parallel universe where what I'm about to do would be really cool and make a huge splashy difference on the game.
Okay, okay.
But in this current
Ooh.
board state, that really didn't do much.
Yeah, your entire deck doesn't seem to need that card
Yeah,
as much,
look
but
at well, it's not the gaining the flight; it's the all flight troops get +1/+1
mm,
half of the card
mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm.
that
Fair
is what
enough.
we're looking for
I
here.
mean, look, air evolution is powerful, but it's no smoke signals.
It is not. It is not. I'm gonna. You know what? I think we know who wins this one. So we're gonna go out in the blazes. I'm gonna at least poke you in the face once on the way out.
I'll accept that. We'll play this, and I think we're gonna swing, and we're gonna remind you what this deck's all about.
No, the smoke.
Smoke in your eyes.
Well, that was a thoroughly entertaining way to get wrecked.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Alright. So I need to add $3 into my pool here. And that was deck number 3. Up next is deck number 2.
Okay, okay,
I'll know what it is when I'm in position to send you a challenge.
fair enough.
Challenge. Immortal. Alright, deck number 2 is... Oh, I like this one. This is Monophobia, the fear of being alone.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I was asked before which ones I was planning on going with, and I was planning on saying like alone, rejection, fear of women, just all the
just
great
the
ones.
whole like
Just the whole gamut
yeah, the whole
of
relationship
awkwardness.
issues,
Yes,
Trinity.
exactly. All right, so then my next one, I had an elf, and I got rogue, and apparently we still only have one elf rogue. So Octavia, here we come. I will note that I failed on my sleeve game though.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Okay, okay.
All right, this is. I can work with this. I will play more. I will play more cards in a more timely fashion this time than last time.
That's not good for me. That is not good for me.
So, any guesses? Any guesses what a deck about the fear of being alone is going after?
I was gonna say like only controlling one troop, but with your champion, that doesn't sound right.
This deck is a singleton card.
Oh,
Deck.
okay,
Every
okay.
single thing in here, there's only one.
I was really thinking about doing that for all my decks, but ended up like as soon as I knew I was playing the smoke signals deck, I couldn't play just one smoke signals.
Gotta go all in on.
I gotta go.
Signals.
I gotta have them all.
Yeah, we want Ruby. Oh, hey, look at that. A janky singleton deck where I only hit my thresholds on time.
You are a master. All right, let's start performing.
How about we don't?
No. How about we do?
No! I'd like to say how about we don't, but I got nothing for that.
Yeah, if there was another trap, I'd be sad. Kind of ate up my turn though.
Do that.
Look at that.
And,
Perfect thresholding.
I hear you like birds. Oh, that's a
Oh
different
gosh, the bird stuff.
So Phoenix Guard Trainer, when any troop with cost 3 or greater comes into play, it gets flight.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one. I think I just gotta let you go though.
I can't remember if I need double of anything. I'm gonna guess maybe I need double diamond more. And what's your stance on flying clerics?
Oh no. I'm gonna dream of a better world.
Another performer? Ooh, Howling Brave and a Thornweaver.
Yeah, I think I'll take that performer.
And all the humans are going to feel
Oh boy.
a little bit less lonely when they get some attack buff.
Yeah. It's not like an inspired deck is barely the fear of being alone. Oh, hello.
They're all by themselves, but they're learning to team up.
Yeah, they're. This is like I don't know the fear of like
You just need to hit a 5-drop, and I'm gonna be
yeah.
the fear
Once I start playing my fives,
the fear of Ryan drawing cards.
the
Neil,
fear of the theater.
Neil wants to know if conscription is true random or if it's weighted towards certain probabilities, like it's more likely to hit a common or an uncommon.
It's true random.
True random. All right.
We
Fear
I
of
don't we wouldn't want to like lie to you on those types of things. Like we discussed making it that way, but then we we would rather like be upfront with you with what the card's actually doing. So it's true random. Oh boy, I don't think I'm winning this one. My elf rogues are not.
the bigger performer is a little bit sassy.
Yeah, I believe it. She had that coming. All right, 5. Woo!
Magic number. +1/+1 in all zones. And what's the other one? The other one gets crush. Crush is not a
All right, I'll take it.
crush ain't bad.
Not too shabby. Still can't really attack you though.
Alright. I think I asked you this before, but what's your opinion on flying clerics?
Oh boy. On a boat. Flying clerics on a boat.
Is that greedy? That's 4, 8. We're gonna be greedy.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. Okay. Well, I think we have to kind of get in there.
Yeah.
Rude!
I'll let you have the one
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to be enough for me.
though. No.
Okay.
I don't like free cards.
Let's try this. Not the best.
Replay wants to know, when you're playtesting sets against each other, do you ever mess with each other using developer tools?
Oh no.
Do you don't cheat?
No, we don't. And even when we're playing like it's funny because like we'll be playing with like with paper cards and like new players will come or like people will like visit or see us playing and like do you guys ever like stack your deck or anything? It's like what's the point of that? That's not that's not doing our job.
It's not valid research.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, let's see what happens.
All right, your board suddenly looks a lot less good for me.
Yes, but you have
Oh, so close.
the high ground.
I do have the high ground. Ask Anakin Skywalker how he feels about the high ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this was close to being awesome.
If you had that air evolution again, oh man, that is scary.
I need one resource for that to just absolutely go off. So
Yep.
this would be 4, 8, 12 in the air.
Yes. I was very lucky to get the 3 health off my resource.
And then you kind of annihilate me on the backswing.
Maybe, I don't know. Depends on what you swing with here.
Here, I'm gonna be the timid dungeon master.
So try to set up for the next turn.
Set up to basically not die and then
Boy.
swing.
All right, let's see what this does for me. If only I put some Skyguard on one of these. Let's see.
That early bird made all the difference in the world here. I wouldn't be so nearly so.
Oh yeah, that bird did a lot of work. I think I'm in trouble.
Pressure's
I'm not
nice.
winning. I'm not winning by sitting back. So. I don't think I have this one though.
Yeah, you know what? Let's. I don't know if that's correct or not. We'll just do it that.
Sure.
And boy, wouldn't it be nice if that guy felt a little bit of love and
Oh.
inspiration.
Oof.
Yeah, there's my nobody plays around the heroic inspiration. that's my smoke signals.
Well, looks like you got me.
I think I got you there.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep you too late. Do you have time for one more?
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. All right. So that was number 2. So I still need to add my dollar for a deck being shown off. All right. And then the last one is number 10. All right. Let's get over here. Send you a challenge. Immortal.
Oh, sorry. Let me get out of the screen. Okay, go ahead.
And okay, number 10 is technophobia, the fear of technology.
Okay. Okay, deal. I'm gonna bring in my mage, my human mage. And this was the most surprising, that we've only printed one champion that's a human mage.
What race has the most mages, Coyote?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I know.
More cards.
Oh yeah. Kentigern Slate. All right. I like it. It's a sweet one.
This seems okay. We can roll with this. You'll note my sleeve game is on point for this.
Oh, that's a great sleeve. I am severely sad that I did not change any of my sleeves. So disappointed in myself.
Yeah, your sleeve game is lacking.
Yeah. I had all day to think about that.
Since I've bought virtually every battle board you guys have ever released, it's nice and convenient for my show because then I can.
Oh yeah, that's
throwing
great.
Down thematic battle boards that are going to work with what I'm trying to do.
Absolutely, that seems great. Ooh, lucky.
Oh yeah, they can't see your sleeves. That's right. The non-sleeve.
They can't see. Oh, my shame.
Yeah,
they can't see my shame.
They can't see your default players.
Look, we've all been default players at one point in our lives.
Yes, that's not necessarily. But we'll do that. And then, how many do you need to be decent?
What?
Okay.
What's going on?
You'll know in a few turns.
Oh boy. Yep. Come on in. Okay, let's get rid of this guy.
Aww.
Get them, boys!
Well, you're only helping me towards my charge power, so we'll just...
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
We'll look at it that way. Ryan the Giver.
Yes.
You're not attacking anyway, so...
Ah, Armatron.
Pump you up.
I was a little sad I didn't end up going with Underworld, because the Dwarves are one of my favorite factions.
The Dwarves are fun. This is 100%. Aside from spells,
Mm-hmm.
this is 100% artifacts.
Oh, Robos. That's sweet. I like it. I like it. What are we doing here? We're gonna do this.
Prestidigitator, I like that card.
Oh, I like the card I just got. Yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite cards. I'll be honest with you.
I love the salt opponents get when you hit transmography off that.
Oh, sure, sure, yeah.
Like, oh hey,
I'll be sad to see this one go, but we put our Canovex in the new set, who does a pretty good job of replacing this guy.
I can't use you right away. Dang it. But you can do some work.
Woof. It's a hot one.
So now if I swing with the reactor bot and I lose the reactor bot, Electroid is not online anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to move for a minute.
Okay. Completely reasonable.
Maybe not correct against somebody who's six charges on the way towards a banner.
Ding.
Already kind of regretting my life choices.
Woo! Drawn.
I don't get charge power yet, do I? Nope. You need to wreck more of my toys first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can bring them in. No, no, don't want to donate them. Ooh, I love that guy.
Yeah, let's see what augmentation bot can do for Tarot bot here.
Let's get some charges.
Look at you, Turbo Nineveh. Kind of.
A little bit. All right. Yeah.
Well, that's real bad.
Yeah.
That's real bad for me. You know, Inductocopter bots are a lot cooler when you have reactor bots to team up with them.
The other problem with them is they're not so great when you can't even use your charge power yet.
Oh, look, my flyer that you can't block has crushed now.
Yeah. Look out.
Oh no. Oh no. I don't like my board state at all.
All right, all right. You know what? Let's just make another banner.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I could have pushed this deck a little bit. I'm just afraid. Sometimes I'm afraid of overtuning the hammer that the dungeon master is allowed
sure.
to use
For
rares.
sure. Yeah. Oh, I understand.
Because there are a few of these decks I think I pushed pretty hard. Gynophobia could be a nightmare for people. Those ladies don't mess around.
Oh, okay. If only would have chosen them. Have you shown that one off yet?
I have not shown that one off yet.
Okay, so anybody who's watching,
There's a reactor bot, which would have been super sweet much earlier in the game.
or the Chimera bot.
Yep. There. Oh, that's kind of relevant. Is that buff permanent?
That is permanent, yeah.
Oh.
That is permanent.
Well, I'm gonna swing like a noob because you have all the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna use that charge bot I finally have, so you can face.
Woo! Doing it now. Okay. Okay. I like this. You know what?
My backdoor win con is that you mill yourself.
I like it. It's relevant. Let's just see what let's just see. I'm just gonna put it on you. So remember that Prestidigitator?
Yep.
Yeah.
No way!
Roar!
I can't even be mad. That's beating the dungeon master at his own shenanigans.
Wow. I don't even think it did that well. Except this bird of plenty that is gonna like draw me too many cards.
Well, it's gonna be. your deck that already draws you all the cards. You just already
Yes,
drew.
exactly. It's like, oh boy, I don't know if I needed all
You're
these.
playing right into my hands. Your deck is already halfway gone. I am going to mill you.
I guess I'm getting rid of all these cards.
I'm feeling
Eternal
pretty.
Drifter is not that impressive whenever you never he doesn't enter play.
Yeah, feeling kind of dead.
I don't know. Okay. I think I might hit my charge power again and not use it. It's
Like
completely like,
too many banners.
yeah, we might have gone too far.
Thinking about it too good to decide
Yes,
whether or not we
exactly.
should.
Um, you know what? We'll get in with these two guys.
What's that do? That another
Makes
target
us,
troop becomes unblockable.
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
Well, I wanted to be a smarty pants and do that, but I think the better play is to do that.
Ooh, okay. At least you targeted one I can replay.
Yeah, I wanted to target the one you can, but
Yeah.
I think taking 7 on the chin might be a better. Oh, here's another card that would be so cool with if it had arrived in a more timely fashion.
Oh, I love Mecha Hive.
Mecha Hive with the Inductocopter bot to
Oh yeah,
keep things
keep on
rolling.
get. I mean, it's still good here. I mean, you can't really attack with the Inductocopter bot, but
Okay, yeah, and I can't really swing in with the Tarot bot right now either
no,
because
not anymore.
your Bird of Plenty doesn't care. Neither does your Cyclone
I
Shaper.
I don't know if I would block with the Bird of Plenty. I have plenty of cards already. Okay.
This isn't PVE. You can't have 10 cards in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Death Hex.
Well, let's see if we can get another one of those. Ooh.
I didn't realize you could hit something with an X.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah, that was not a
Let's...
scenario I thought maybe I needed to consider.
Yeah, makes sense. It's my free cremate,
No.
or free mate, if you will. You know what?
Oh, and that makes Selectroid timid and
Li-
shy again.
Live by the banner, die by the banner, I say.
Banner is life. I don't think it matters. I think you have this fairly comfortably in hand. But let's be cute and see if this does something awesome.
Oh yeah. Looking for that lethal.
Energize gets recharges again. Super
Nice. I like it.
super cool with the things in this deck that recharges.
Yeah. I'm also there with the charge. Oh, okay. Let's see. I gotta play this card before this is over.
You just want to see if you can
Oh.
get to 4 banners.
Yeah. Or like one of these. Oh, beautiful.
Death to Lasgars. No!
Kaboom!
Oh my god, it was runic?
Yeah, it was
you
perfect.
You hit Lasgars off the runic?
I did. I couldn't play it in my deck,
And then you hardcast it.
and then I just played it for full value. Yeah.
The casual. Oh, Kismet likes you.
Well, what can I say? Like I tell the game what cards I need, and
Yeah.
it provides.
I need the best possible card here.
Yeah, precisely.
Lasgar's ban confirmed, chat says. Yep. So
Yeah.
we updated that. So I want to thank you again for hanging out with me, Ryan. I've kept you a little
Yeah.
bit past your hour allotment, but it was
I
nice
was a little late, so that's fine.
to
Uh,
have you on here and chilling with us for a while, asking some questions.
it's been a blast.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, I will let you go so you can get on with your evening here, and so we can get more the folks in chat rolling through the dungeon. But
Yeah. I hope somebody tries that the crazy lady deck.
oh yeah. Sounds good. Well, I will let you go here. Have a good week next week, and good luck leading up to the Dawn of War release. Or
Yes.
Dead of Winter.
Dead of
What am I saying? My
Yeah.
words. All right.
All right.
Later,
Thanks.
Ed.
Thanks, everybody.
Well, that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. He's a nice, chill guy to answer some questions, just hang out, and have some good, friendly banter. All right, so I'm gonna turn the music back on here and take another real quick break. And then I'm behind on a couple mass chat giveaways, so we'll do some mass chat giveaways. And then from there, for the last 2 hours of my block, we will return to you, the chat, fighting me in the name of adding to my donation for the stream here. So I will be back in like 2 minutes. I had my mic muted this whole time. I am the world's greatest streamer, guys. I am going to roll, again, 2 names for the next 2 people to challenge the dungeon. As soon as I am done with that, we are going to catch up on some rolls. Music's still loud. Better? Because that should be way down. So let me know if the music is still too loud. But I'm gonna roll for the next 2 dungeon entrants, and then we are gonna catch up on 2 evos that we owe for the whole chat. Okay. So JM Stewie is the first winner to have the right to access the dungeon. Seriously? I have never jacked the volume down, music volume down as low as it is right now. So let me know how that is. All right, Jam Stewie wants me to roll again. Okay. Chaos Warrior. I'm not sure I can turn up my mic anymore. My mic is maxed. Advanced audio properties. Mic. Let's see if that's... Alright, I've got mic volume 107%. Okay, now better? Okay. I'm going to give this a few seconds here. If I'm still not... my volume's not right, let me know and I'll adjust it some more. Chaos Warrior, I need to know your in-game name and the 3 decks you want to face. I'm going to put up the dungeon list again. Alright, Chaos Warrior, I'm going to give you another 30 seconds to let me know your in-game name, or I'm going to re-roll for another challenger. Again, this is not a prize raffle. Okay, IGN Nepeta, N-E-P-E-T-A. Okay, got you. You will be first. And let me know what 3 decks you want to face, if you get through all 3. And again, in the order you want to face them. So put down 3 numbers for me in the order you want to face them. That way, if you win, I know which deck we're going for next. 5, 8, 15. Alright. And on deck is Tribunal Magistrate. Pandemica, are you still here, buddy? I know your in-game name. But do speak up in chat to verify you're still alive and with us. Obviously, a game show doesn't work without the audience. Tribunal Magistrate. Give him a minute, and then I need to figure out how I reset the how do I get back to last winter? Tribunal Magistrate. 30 seconds or I'm gonna have to re-roll, buddy. My stream delay shouldn't be that big. Is this Diablo? Well, this is a bad time to step up for a smoky treat. I'm gonna give him 10 more seconds. Nope, gotta reroll. Mr. Bly. Mr. Bly, are you here? Say his name and I don't think I have mod privileges. Yeah, I can't mute people, so that would have to be somebody who has mod privileges. Mr. Bly. Alright, I'm gonna give this one a little less time. Alright, 60 seconds. Nope. Wizard of Lore. Are you here? I'm gonna give it one more roll after this. If we are out of people, then I'm gonna reset the queue and we're gonna re-roll again after Nepeta's run on who's going in. I'm only giving it 60 seconds here. So giveaways. We're gonna clean all entries here, and I'm gonna switch this to anybody who's been active in chat for the last 20 minutes. So if you've been active in the last 20 minutes, just say something in chat. I'm gonna roll twice for 2 Evo winners because I'm a little bit behind on my general chat giveaways, and then we are going to bring in Nepeta and EPETA, give them their run, and then we're going to start. We're going to redo the. We're going to restart the keyword raffle to get in for the dungeon after this next run. So I'm going to give it about 15 more seconds here. Give you all a chance. I got 46 people in there. Tribunal Magistrate, you picked a bad time to go out for a smoky treat. You came up as somebody who had an entrance, and I had to re-roll you. But then again, none of the other people actually responded, so I think maybe we still let you play. I might leave that up to chat. Because the next 3 people we rolled did not answer. Alright, so I'm rolling for... This is Evo codes. Alright. Evil Me 73. I need your in-game name. I want to get your in-game name just to make sure whatever delivery system the Evo codes come through that we have that. Okay, it's Jug. And the winner of a second Evo code, Majadora. Okay, Evil Me 73 works for whoever bringer is. They know me personally, because they know I work for American Family, and they're trolling me by saying somebody works for State Farm. Majadora, what are you here? All right, what is your in-game name? And the Evo codes are not going to be coming from. They're not going to be delivered from me personally, just so you all know. But I'm going to submit those over. Alright, so I saw the emote, Majador. I know you're here, but I need your in-game name as well. Yeah, you won an Evo code. Alright, I'm going to take off the dungeon list here. Minimize my death count. Okay. Nice words only in chat, please. Let me send a whisper to... Did I get the... Where you're from, it's a nice word. I thought I got Nepeta, our first winner. Alright, I got you down now. Jugador. We do need some donor hype. I don't think there's been any donations during my block. Honestly, can't hear you throwing. Too many kids not in bed. Why can't we curse? Because this is a charity stream raising money for kids, and I think that'd be a little tonally inconsistent. I need Pandemica. Are you online? Are you in game right now? All right, because Pandemica won the second roll. It was the only, and is now back in chat. The other people did not. I thought the first winner said their in-game name was spelled N-E-P-E-T-A, and I'm not getting them. So if they show up again, we'll get them in. Because they should have a run, and which 3 decks do you want if you win? Alright, so we need, I need 3 numbers from Tribunal Magistrate between 1 and 18. And I am going to clean all entries. Alright, I have reset the keyword raffle. You can now re-enter exclamation point dungeon for a chance to challenge me. And after these runs, we shall roll for winners again, or roll for challengers again. Pippets, people, and pants. There is no pants deck. So let's get that list up here again, and hopefully we do not have trouble. Oh, I read pants. I read plants as pants. All right, so Pippets is 15. Which one's people? Fear of being alone. We'll call that 2. And plants is 13. You are the no pants deck. Alright, let's send him a challenge. And I'll get rid of the dungeon list here. Alright, so 15. Pippet phobia, the fear of random shenanigans. Correct. Since we're so close to Halloween, I've built 18 different decks. Each deck is themed around a different phobia. Oh, xenophobia was people. Xenophobia is fear of the unknown. That's the Chaos Touch deck. Them's not people. I can change that number though. I'll change it. That's number 1. So I'm just changing your second match from a 2 to a 1. That's fine. Nobody has wanted to challenge Gynophobia yet, which is number 5. All right. Pandemica, who was kind enough to help make the show opener. Maybe I'm misinterpreting the meaning of xenophobia then, because that also works. Claustrophobia still works with it. I might have to rename that deck for next week. It's going good. We're definitely going to keep this. Had some fun with Ryan for an hour. And now for the last 90 minutes, we're going to try to get through as many people as we can. Challenging the dungeon. Alright, so we have a Chaos Tongue, which is a 1/1 unblockable here. And again, the icon's been on my screen the whole time, but one of the most exciting for me pieces of Hex news this week was the announcement of the Hex Primal Fight Night, a twice weekly tournament of commons and uncommons. No rares, no legendaries. Nice entry-level way to get a little bit of competitive action on. And if you have a deck that can play in that, you're 90% of the way ready for Dungeon Masters of Entrath shenanigans. Okay, that summons Dreadlings. That's when you play an action, it gets bigger. Alright. If you're liking this, you know, every Wednesday night at about this same time is when I normally run Dungeon Masters of Entrath on my own channel, twitch.tv/ThornOmega. Crackling Blast is really awful here. That totally cleared out everything, so we have a naked board. Donations. I don't know if my donation tracker is broken or donations have just been really awfully slow during my block. I'm going to try to refresh this again. But remember, we are here in support of Child's Play charity for Orange County. I really don't need all of these shards. Orange County, California. Child's Play Extra Life. My bad. But we're raising money for the for Orange County Children's Hospital. I don't like facing a Mama Yeti. For every $5 you donate, you get one entry into the raffle, which is going to happen at the end of the stream when everything is done. Remember to include your in-game name with that, with your donation, so that Neo knows who you are to be eligible for that. Thank you, mods. I'm pretty dead no matter how I block this, aren't I? Yeah, sorry guys that somebody who knows me, I'm fairly confident knows me personally, would show up in the chat to troll us here. Alright, so I lost. Pandemica moves on. My donations, I have been doing $1 for every time a deck gets shown, and then $2 for a loss. So that would have been $9. 3 decks and 3 losses. And I'm going to send the next challenge over. Let's see here. This is 1. And I'm going to add another $3 into what my donation's going to be at the end here. Thank you, Nico Sharp, for stepping in for some donations. I feel like a bit of a clown if I'm streaming for charity for 4 hours and we draw a donut on donations. The only donation ends up being mine. Okay, this is slow but fine. It'll also be a nice test if my notifications are broken or not. Alright, so we currently do not have a play until 4. Never had this much donated by a second day. That's true. We had a really hot start. I think there was over $1,000 by the time the Corey Jones interview was done. It really came strong out the gate. I am not sure about that, Yasi. I know we're going. It's going through at least Sunday. It's going through the stream is officially going through the end of the clash, or at least a good chunk of the clash. I'm not sure how long the ability to donate itself though goes. I'm not sure if that's tied to or independent of the stream. All right, so I want to slap that, but I think there's probably better targets for some of this removal. So I'm just gonna sit. Alright, I heard the donation sound. I'm not seeing anything pop up on my screen, but I heard it. Alright, let's get a Cumulus Oculus out there so that we have something. And Cumulus Oculus, when you play an action, bury the top 3 cards of an opposing champion's deck. Nice. Thank you, Nico Sharp, for the $25 donation. I think my, I thought I set up the donation notice properly, but I might not have. We'll see if it's just delayed or not. Because I have the notice up in one of my browsers, and I definitely heard it. Alright, so the draws have not been great here. No troops. And I think I want to leave both forms of removal open because I'm afraid of a Mama Yeti coming in. Yep, there's a Mama Yeti. I appreciate y'all being a nice, chill audience for me to work with. I am one of the newer streamers around in the Hex scene, and yeah, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and strangle that too. This is my first time streaming onto the official channel. I know I'm a less known name, so I appreciate you guys not like playing the super distract Thrawn game with chat or giving me a hard time or anything like that. Made it a lot easier for me to focus on trying to run in an entertaining game show for all of you. And I've been having an absolute blast, so I hope you all are as well. Alright, so we have some spiders in that deck. Nothing got hit. We probably did Pandemic a favor getting rid of 3 ruby shards off the top. It's not exactly what you want to see when you're burying somebody. Nor do you want to see a baby, not a baby, a Mama Yeti when you are all out of removal. Bam. I'm gonna take that 5. Distract in game chat, you say, what is up, Alu? Alright. At 10 o'clock Central Time, it's 8:49 right now, so in about an hour and 10 minutes or so, we will be passing the baton off to Alucard, who has the next block, and he's going to be living the late night dreams. Not a bad place to be on a stream block when you have the motivation handing off to you, and you get to hand off to the one and only Alucard when you're done. Alu leading the hype cheer charge. Yeah, that's right. Alright, so we can get rid of another mama. Do have to take the baby. Take 1 point of damage there. Swinging in's a very dicey proposition here. That didn't help. Alright, I don't want to be defensive, but I think being defensive is the call that has to be made. So we are not swinging here. No! for not at least trying to force some damage through. Plays the coin out to draw a new card and get a shard, or get a charge. I get ever better with my words the later in the night we go. We're going to take 4. We are down to 4. Fireball in the face. Does he have it? He has the burn. He has the burn. Pandemica has defeated 2 decks. And your Dungeon Master is donating $3 more to charity as soon as we're done here. Yeah, he's bringing the pain. And the last deck he chose to face, his third and final fear, was 13. 13 is Botanophobia, the fear of plants. And let me see here, I need to make sure 15 has been seen, 1 has been seen, and now 13 has been seen. So if you are interested, if you get drawn and you are interested in forcing $1 out of me by default for showing a new deck, the decks that have not been shown yet are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 16. Those are the remaining decks that have not been shown at all yet. Again, 4 through 9, or 5 through 9, 14, 16. You can, of course, choose any deck you want. You're not forced to show off the ones that have not been seen yet. But those ones have an automatic $1 attached to them whether you win or lose, just for them appearing on stream. Alright, so we don't have any troops, but we do have ramp, so we might as well try to ramp towards the 6-cost Blight Bramble, which is a 6-cost Death Cry, summon 3 Blight Bushes. It would be nice to have some actual troops to be able to throw in front of a cheap Ruby aggressive deck like that. Alright, have to take 4. Really want to draw some plants. Instead we get Chlorophylla. So do that. That. So we're actually going to have Blade Bramble next turn, which is not the worst thing in the world. And we're going to have a... we could theoretically put the charge power on it. I do not think Briar Legion is standard legal anymore. Alright, I need to turn my mic up again. So your advanced audio properties. Oh, it didn't save that? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my mic. That's, I think, that's as loud as I am able to get it. Maybe I'll just try talking louder. Because believe me, I'm not mumble talking at all right now. Skype must have screwed things up. Crazy rampage. Alright, so Blight Bramble is a thing that hopefully will cause us to not die. Almost. Apparently my mic isn't, apparently people are having trouble hearing me talk. Which is really weird. Why are you talking so loud? Alright, so... This would be nice if I wasn't so worried about getting completely crushed over. Yeah, it was louder before. Maybe reset the stream. I mean, that could be done. It's all right for you there. I guess it depends on what kind of volume controls you have. I can't do... Okay. Yeah, I think Skype ruined it. Do we swing? This is... I do not think Pandemica cares about 6 damage. I'm gonna hold off. Just play Heart of the Wrathwood. And hang out for a minute. So, despite what you're seeing, this deck is supposed to have a reasonably gentle curve with a lot of the cheaper plants. And instead, all we have found so far is the really expensive endgame plants. So Pandemica needs to think here. Anything that swings in is going to get swallowed up by these 2 big plants. So the desired game here is probably mostly burning damage to the face, or hoping that I am open for an opportunity. I'll try to turn down the music even further, just to try to make that help tip things in favor of my voice a little more. Alright, this is interesting. Just swinging with the Yeti. Can you deal 6 damage? was hoping to play Briars versus Briars. Well, you could. My dungeon is Immortal format, but yeah, this deck isn't running Briars. I thought about it, but they seemed a little hard to get going. 6, 7, 8. That'd be 9, 10, 11. That'd be 12, 13, 14. It still doesn't make any sense to swing into the face of Thakra here. That's a Mama Yeti. Mama Yeti, inspired by the Pyromancer, is going to have +2 attack and crush. Ooh, that's spicy. Doesn't swing with it, though. I can skip this one. Let's jump. Let's jump a few tracks down the playlist. Music taste is... Why am I finding only the really rare plants that are in this deck? I do not have any rap in my playlist. I'm gonna do the... Oh, go to Declare Defense. I'm gonna do the Heart of the Wrathwood block again. Those are... we're kind of in a bit of a standoff that probably favors Pandemica the longer this goes on. I'm only gonna ship this one. Can you expect to see some Thrawn in Fight Nights? Oh, absolutely. I will probably be playing them from my PlayStation 4, though, while walking on my treadmill, which is behind me and to my left. You can't see it from the camera. You can see the TV that my PlayStation 4 is hooked up to over my shoulder here. But I'll probably use those as like a couple days a week of, you know, exercise. That'd be 2 to 3 solid hours of walking, so you can get some good work done in that time. And what does Fire with Fire do? For one turn you get it. Oh wow, that's hot. That's really good, because that's going to get all of these death cries when it dies. So I think I have to do that. I think I have to do that. That was devastating. I'm going to do that. That's a spicy meatball. That was really good. Oh! Spontaneous combustion. Sacrifice a troop. Deal that much damage straight up to my face. Wow. Super dead. And Pandemica has gone 3-0. Alright, so Pandemica, Nico Sharp are both 3-0 tonight. We've had 2 people do it. Congratulations, Pandemica, on a flawless run. And I owe another $3 to charity. Alright, so the keyword exclamation point dungeon is up. I have only 8 people in there, so if you want to challenge me for charity, I am going to give you another minute to enter in. Otherwise, I will roll from the 8 people who are named in here. Good work, Tribunal Magistrate. We've got about 70 minutes left in our block before we hand off to Alucard. Let's see how many more runs we can get in. So I'm going to draw, once again, I'm going to draw 2 names. And you're going to go in the order I draw you. And I need your in-game, I need to know your in-game name if I draw you, and I need you to pick 3 numbers, being the decks you want to challenge. And then we will roll from there. Alright, so I'm going to give, I've got 10 people in now. 10 people means you have a 20% chance. Alright, I'm going to give it 10 more seconds, and then we're going to roll a name. Alright, first up, C. Viha. What is your in-game name? The same, okay. And what decks would you want to face? And while you are telling me what decks you want to face, our on-deck circle is going to be Biznatch. The ones that were not picked are 5, any number between 5 and 9, 14 and 16. So yes, all 3 of the numbers you picked have not been chosen yet. So if you want to do 6, 9, and 14, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Where's my OBS? Yep, Biznatch, I need you to pick 3 numbers between 1 and 18. Here's the list of what they mean. That way I know when your turn is up, which ones we're doing. Do you have a... Biznatch, do you have a deck of common and uncommon only cards? Because you were picked to challenge the dungeon. You were picked to throw down against me. If you don't want to do it, I'll re-roll. So if you want me to reroll, I'll reroll. But you won the right to play. So if you want to play, and you have a common and uncommon only deck, except you are allowed to use. Okay. Biznaz wants me to reroll. Dead Jack Pit. I am drinking water if you're asking what I am drinking. With all the talking that one does during a stream, it helps to stay hydrated. Okay. Got it. So which deck is the one you're definitely doing? 6? No. Alright, you want, I'm guessing 15, no. And then there's the entire deck list. I'm going to whisper. Nope, I spelled that wrong. Okay, 6, 9, and 14. Got it. 6, 9, 14. And I'm going to close down the map. So Pyrophobia, Cataptrophobia, the fear of mirrors, and the fear of butterflies. Where's 6? Pyrophobia. And Dead Jack. I need your Dead Jack, I need your in-game name and the decks you want to face. At your convenience, you're on deck, so it doesn't have to be immediate. Okay. Okay, I got you down. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I've been posting on my Facebook, you know, my own personal accounts, trying to get some of my friends to help come and watch, even if they're not familiar with the game, just to help celebrate things. And I'm fairly certain that person actually knew me because they made some references alluding to that they know where I work. And I really wish somebody who knew me when I was trying to hype and, you know, do some good work for kids wouldn't have chosen to show up and be a troll. But I guess everybody knows a few of those people, right? Alright, so we have Cerebral Fulmination here. At the start of each champion's turn, they draw a card. We have Mind Pyre. When an opposing champion draws a card, they're going to take 1 damage. And then we have Candlelight, deals 6 damage to target opposing champion or troop, and all your other actions get Illuminate 1. So we are all about fire. Yeah, we do need to find some other things though. It's also a little bit rough that our opponent gets the value off of the Cerebral Fulmination before we do. Alright, Belligerent Badger and Spellsong Sweeties. Thunderfield Seer to bank some card draw. Good setup. Have to take 2. Alright, so having 2 Candlelights is great. The fact that they cost 6 is a little less ideal right now. So we're gonna make our opponent take 2 damage every turn just for drawing cards. Let's see what happens here. Oh, that's strong. What was this? So the Thunderfield Seer now becomes a butterfly. That turned into a butterfly. 3 butterflies in play. Swings for 8, 9, 10, 11. Angus, with the low starting health total, really not in a good position for that. Yeah, this deck is not set up to handle that kind of transform quick beatdown. Let's see what we could have had. Because we're never going to get to the 2 Candlelights. Wow. Flooded strong there. Burn deck does not need all those shards. Alright, so I'm just going to call him Saviha. Has this one comfortably in the bank with Transform Aggro. Wow, those are some gigantic butterflies. That's a combo. That is... If anyone you know is a degenerate stoner who likes rap, then that's who it was. Yeah. I have a... And also might know where I work personally, but that does leave a couple candidates who I don't know why they would have that kind of animosity against me, but whatever. So we owe another $3 to the kids. Is that number right? We're up to... Did I just jump it a bunch? Okay, 9. Mirrors. Am I really up to 39, or did I just super overdo my addition there? I'm gonna go first this time. You think I'm at 29? That sounds right. Not that I'm trying to be cheap, because trust me, you guys are gonna get me up there in the next hour. Yeah, this is gonna... Well, this isn't good either, but we'll make this work. So this deck, when it works, and we have a good shard base, this is our Locket of Reflection deck. And about making copies of things in any way we can. We are big on the power of 2, which is why Soaring Talon can give up to 2 target troops flight. We like our pairs. That is actually a really good draw, because now we get our much needed Sapphire. If that works the way I think it does, that's an additional resource. Tribunal Magistrate. And look what's on the top of the deck. How about that? Your second donation... Yeah, I think my donation alert might not have been set up correctly. Although I've heard the donation alert a couple times. The alert I have shows that our official total should be the 7,653 you see on the stream. So the donation alert might be slow. But we are one... No, we're not. Yes, we are. That plus that. Yeah, we're going to have the Locket of Reflection online now. Alright, let's see what kind of crazy multiplicative shenanigans we can get into now that we have a Locket of Reflection. Alright, so Blight Bush, Deathcry summon 2 Blight Blossoms. I think this is gonna... Yeah, let's bank some draws. How about playing 2 Lanapause sites at once? Sounds good, right? And now we know that when we play that resource, we're going to draw 2 cards. So Furico wants to get a very wide board state and then slam down that power to give all of the dreadlings that those things are going to create +2/+2, and kind of do a power overwhelming turn. So that's a good setup. So would I rather take 2 damage or let you have 2 things that can be powered up? I think I'm gonna let you have 2 damage. Alright, so let's play our resource that draws us 2 cards. Let's play our action that draws us 2 cards. And finds a twin for itself out of Locket of Reflection. Let's draw some more cards. Throw down 2 Thunderfield Seers. How about a Lith Lyricist? Isn't Locket fun? Look at all this good, wholesome entertainment. Didn't find any real power stuff, but we do have a Zodiac Crowfeather here. You have this you may deploy another troop into a copy of that. So our Thunderfield Seers that aren't really doing much as 1/1s anymore, they can turn into 3/3 flyers. So Viha at Furico is at 5 charges. Still needs a couple more. Probably may not want to swing into this board state. There's not a ton of power here, but ooh, if that's stun all the ones. Yep, that was good. That was very good there. Everything is stunned. So now these are free swings. And I'm gonna actually just take 1 troop off the board. So that's a lot of dreadlings. I'm going to Fate Weave to put a non-resource on top of the deck, especially since I can see that we were just going to draw. I don't need another Locket. Let's have some fun with Zodiac Crowfeather. Because why have 2 Zodiac Crowfeathers when you can have 4? And... not swing. We have Rhecasaurus here. When this attacks, attacking troops you control get crushed this turn. Ooh, that's a ton of dreadlings. Can they get to 7 charges this turn, or are they just looking for more ammo? Is this going to be a full swing? Have 3 blockers, could double up and take out 1 of these. That Furico combo is pretty real. Okay. Do I have a way to... Yep, there we go. I want to break those up to make assigning blockers more readable. Yeah, I'm just gonna block like that. I'm terrified of Furico charge power right now. Especially being on 5 resources. It's like... deal 20 damage or be dead. I think is about how this goes right now. So this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage. What Impressidigitator we trust to get us out of this? Satyr's Song, revert target troop you control, then it gets +1/+1. Stinkhorn Soup. Those aren't exactly what we're looking for. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's 18 damage. Could theoretically push that up to 19 with a Satyr's Song. We don't have 20. So I am not going to swing because Furico combo just wrecks. But how about we have some Rekosaurus? Alright, do we see the super combo here? Could play another, how many cards? Arcane Soil, draws 2 cards, then summons a Dreadling for each card in your hand. So that would be 6 Dreadlings, I think, or 5, if I guess losing the card doesn't count. That's 5 Dreadlings, play a resource. Yeah, this could still be very painful, even with the best blocks I can manage. Needs a sec to do the math. And so do I. I think this is bad, though. I think that's bad. Add 5 more. Oh, nope, we're stunning things. Maybe. Or gaining charges. Nope, we're stunning things. So I lose 3 blockers. I'm assuming that's Dreadlings. There's the charge. And there's the charge power. I think we're dead. If two things connect, it's game over. Can you, like, oh, okay. I think those are both blocking something. You, and you, I don't, yeah, we're just dead. Oh, I think I missed one of my Prestidigitators. Still dead. Still dead. Alright. So we need to add some more money to the prize pool for the kids. And the last deck is 14, A Fear of Butterflies. So this is our own version of what we were wrecked with the first time. Alright, send a challenge. Immortal. 14. I'm not even going to try to pronounce what the Fear of Butterflies is. It is an actual thing, though. I googled it. And I know I googled it is not exactly the hallmark of good scholarly research. Alright, this is Sevilla's last game to go for 3-0 and be the third person tonight to do so. And Dead Jack is on deck. Alright, I'm gonna YOLO keep. And we're gonna hope we find a Sapphire Shard quickly. Princess Corey approved, first year anniversary sleeves. Alright, Party Fungi is not bad. Nice to have 2 Party Fungi. Let's seek some fortune and hope for a Sapphire Shard. Alright, Gas Exchange. At the start of your turn, bury the top card of our deck. So that destroys Fate Weave. And we don't have our Sapphire. So I guess it's Party Fungi. Battle needs a single threshold. Alright, we'll get there. Alright. So our losing the Bluebell Dryad was actually a favor here. Couldn't play it. Losing some more cards. Immediate regret, lose 2 Sapphires. And that's a Puppy Pixie. So I think the order is to greed a little bit and go with 2 Party Fungi. Because then a Poppy Pixie can hit one of them at least to get that effect for a bigger swing. Alucard believes Dungeon Master's not going to lose every game tonight, just most of them. But honestly, if there's a stream I'm okay getting beat up on, it's the charity stream. Or my defeat is joy to children. Okay, that's really not helpful though. So let's turn 1 Party Fungi into a 9/9 squirrel. Because you're a fungi. The puns. The puns. Alright, so we did get a troop off the board for our trouble. And he gets a Mosh Pit Gladiator out of the crypt. Yeah. Party Fungi activate. We lose a 3rd Party Fungi. Which is still not a Sapphire Shard. And we're going to lose 5 more cards. Of which I will note none of those were a Sapphire Shard. And now we're going to lose 8 more cards, because that's going to hit for 8 and mill 8. And I cannot block that. There go all of our Sapphire Shards. Some Coconomancer. Ha 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 ha. Battle of Destiny doesn't kill that. Alright, so let's turn our Poppy Pixie from a little Poppy Pixie into a Super Saiyan 12/12 Mary Squirrel. And swing in. Thank you, Alu, for the love and hype and the promotion for me so that I don't have to be a scumbag and self-promote as much. But yes, if you've been enjoying this kind of content, laid back PvP with a PvE flavoring to it, I do this every Wednesday night on my channel, twitch.tv/ThroneOmega. We do a 3-hour block. I try to get in as many games with as many people as I possibly can. I've been doing this since February. I've been doing this for more than 8 months now. This is my 36th episode. So I keep going at it because people have fun. I have a lot of fun doing it. If you're not able to catch it live due to time zone differences, I understand. I upload all of the episodes to YouTube. So if you're okay watching the stuff not live, you have a means to watch me there. But it looks like we have another challenger. Oh, look at that late Sapphire. Is this gonna matter? I'm gonna put Fortune on top. Is that gonna matter? You do this. And then you do this. That's 10, that's 20. Then you do that, because that just kills us. Put a shard on top because we're going to get milled otherwise. I'm going to leave one troop back because I fear speed. That was a huge swing. Puff is love, puff is life. 8 cards in the deck. 8 cards left in the deck. I love Puff. Puff is so good. I understand why people don't like it in Limited, because it's so incredibly good. Alright, there's an Eldritch Dream Thief. But this should be a shard, I think. Which means this ridiculousness happens. And... Butterfly for the win. Oh, Sevilla, so close. So close to the 3-0 dream. Did not quite get there. Good games, excellent attempts. We're going to add one more to the prize pool. $1 more for that deck being shown. And, Dead Jack, are you still here? Because you are up. Yeah, Fear of Butterflies actually lived up to be a deck to be afraid of a little bit. Oops, that's not the command. It's /whisper. Alright, so if Dead Jack is still with us, Dead Jack's up. Tribunal, I'm afraid of Fred. You know what? I'm afraid of Fred too, because Fred took me out in the finals of the Janklander tournament. Fred beat me fair and square. Alright, now Dead Jack chose number 5. So we are going to see gynophobia. We are going to see the fear of women. That jank match was epic. I had some incredibly fun Janklander tournaments or games, and I really hope that Function keeps that one up, no matter what he decides to do with commons and uncommons. Or if that, yeah, Food for Thought had better hits. You're afraid of not getting all the Kismet draft sleeves? That's a reasonable fear, too. Oh, yeah, we'll keep this. So, I'm just gonna level with y'all about this deck right away. I think this is probably the most this could be one of the top 2 or 3 most OP out of the 18 decks I built. So we'll see how this one goes. You two are in discussion regarding the fate of the frenzy. Well, that's good. I know that's Function's. I know Function cares about that a lot. This is baby. Just can't believe. All right, right, so we can be Scumbag Dungeon Master and Llama Herder on too. We could Razor Edge Duelist. Yeah, we're in a Scumbag. We're gonna throw down the Llama Herder. This is also brutal because one of our other AI cards is the Scion of Livanth. Whenever you play a non-resource card, illuminate 1. So, Scumbag Dungeon Master got a real good pull to get that so early. Yeah, basically 2 of the AI cards. Then also in here, Wax Dawn to illuminate, Candlekin Zealot to illuminate. I mean, Dungeon Master gets to Scumbag every once in a while, right? Because Scumbag Dungeon Master's trying to help raise some money here. I think Dudjack's probably playing Conscript. I'm not swinging into that. I think I've seen this deck before, too. I think Dudjack may have run this one in one of Function's tournaments. Did pretty well with it, too, if I'm recalling correctly. I think I caught bits and pieces of that coverage. No swing. Needs a, I'm going to assume Diamond. Diamond Champion. Derpa. I think I slow roll this a little bit. The Templar of Lumos is gemmed with... When this attacks, it gets flight. So actually, that's the one I want. No. Exhaust 1 or more troops you control, and this gets +1/+1 for each troop exhausted that way. Still not doing it. But this is going to go pretty wide in a hurry. Without anything getting sniped. Oh no! Oh no! No resource drop. No! Alright, how bad do are we just gonna lean all the way into BM? No, we're gonna summon a Candlekin. I think we lean all the way into our scumbaggery for just one game tonight. We can do that, right? Oh man, 4:30 a.m. Man, you are a trooper for staying up so late to fight the dungeon, man. Good night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing. We got a llama. We found Princess Victoria, who can give everything that costs 3 or more life drain. I think I'm gonna stay on theme, though.
Order your man to step aside, or there will be violence.
And just grow them candles. Grow them candles. Like I said, I think I might have overtuned this one, but when you get all the ladies together, the ladies don't mess around. Girl power in full effect. You're not afraid of women so much as candles now? Be afraid of a woman who's carrying a candle? Alright, so we're gonna max BM, right? And just make gigantic candles that are now 9/9. mash that attack all button. Yeah, that one was that was a little insane. Okay, so that's deck number 5. Probably needs to be a final boss when I actually get the map up. For next week, we're putting these into a normal dungeon path, and there will be. I'm gonna select some of these to be final bosses again. All right, so that's $1 for a new deck. And since it's Alucard's turn in a half an hour, I am only going to roll one name. I think we have enough time for one more person. And the bot's really thinking, Infamous Neo! There it is! Neo! The man, the myth, the legend. I mean, if we're only got time for one more... Yes, Neo, you can use rare resources. The title fight. The Dungeon Master on charity stream versus the man who organized the charity stream. I mean, if this isn't a fight that's worth donating something for a good cause, I don't know. I don't know what else more I can do for you. The title fight. And now, well, that's going on. We just send a whisper to Infamous Neo. While that's going on, I need to do another few more rolls for you. So we're going to do everyone who's been active in chat. Nope, I'm going to... Let's see here. I think I might need to... Nope. Alright, everybody who's been active in chat is going to be eligible for some giveaway rolls here. And I'm going to do my last two rolls because we're running out of time. I owe everybody a draft first, is what we're going to roll first. And then the second roll is for 5 Scars of War boosters. So I'm going to give you all a second to say something in chat. Well, Neo is prepping for the title bout. As we get some Game of Thrones hype going up in the chat, or in the music here. And Final Fantasy battle theme. Ben Raffleck. And let's see here, I need to go through and manually remake people eligible who had won Dungeon Master entry. You were not considered, so I'm going to add you. And the winner of a draft, Captain Jack. First challenges the Dungeon Master, now walks away with a draft code. I need to verify you're still here. Well, I'm assuming you are. Captain Jack. Can I put the raffle? There's, I mean, that's the raffle result if that's what you're really. Oh, the list of decks. Yes, I can do that. No, no, no. Okay. Have not heard from Captain Jack though since I rolled it. 7, 8, and 16 are the only three that have not been seen. We did see Fear of Rain. Nicholas IV, aka Artifaction, are you still with us? I'm gonna get the list off here. Alright, Artifaction is here, so that's going to be the draft. And for five Scars of War boosters, Darylin78, are you still with us? Alright, you are. Okay, Captain Jack, you're here too. Crap, I miss you. Well, Captain Jack, I will send you something out of my own collection. And the roll stuff is not going to be coming from me, so you'll need to give it a little bit of time. Captain Jack, I'll send you a draft out of my own collection here after the stream. Alright, so gotta focus myself for the title fight here. For 7, Zoophobia, the Fear of Animals. Get a little bit of Moss Eisley Cantina up in here. Zorzim of Koru versus Grandfather Elk. Oh, this is a snap keep. We have a goat, we have a buffalo, and we have the Buffalord. I mean, what more can you ask for in an animal deck? Throw the goat. That's right, folks. We got ourselves the Buffalord. All hail the beast deck. This is the best deck. Yeah, hopefully Buffalord is not immediately removed, right? Alright, so the Trotting Buffalo, you know, it's so powerful that it has to be a double threshold, so we actually can't play that this turn. So let's throw some more goat at Neo. And he's going to block the goat. Understandable decision. Next turn we can throw out a buffalo and the goat, and we are almost to the Buffalord. I love all the spamming the buffaloes in chat. Yes. Absolutely. And our buffaloes are going to be able to send some love in the form of crushing blows. let's get that goat back down there. This deck has really got my goat.
The Force will be with you. Always.
Yeah, he's gonna be spared. He's gonna be spared a goat for the turn because we need to play the Buffalord. Goats, buffaloes, and by the way, Yetis are animals. I'm sorry, I know that might be a little bit racist. Some people may not be cool with that, but Yetis are animals. Neo peering behind the curtain. Oh, hey, what's... Oh, Buffalord's unique, but hey, we have a plan B. We have... You cannot kill the Buffalord. We have a spare. And my buffaloes have lethal. When you control a diamond buffalo, your buffaloes have lethal. Yetis are not animals, man. They have a society and laws. They're mammals, okay, and should be treated with respect. And there's a crash of beasts where we can create rhinos. But how about we do this? And then we do this. And then we do this. Humans are animals too. This is true. Alright, so we get to hit with all of that. And let's make a rhino. Because, you know, rhinos. Buffalord MVP. Alright, so the Buffalord, or that buffalo is now exhausted and making spiderling eggs. Flying buffaloes! Flying buffaloes. So let's swing with our flying buffalo and our goat and our rhino. First time in history of Hex the removals you start trotting buffalo. Yeah. Let's crush your guy. We also have pheromones, which is a ridiculous card. Target troop gets opposing troops must block this turn if able, which is really stupid good because then you can force everything to block one troop and get everything else in. All hail the Buffalord! All hail the Buffalord! Humble are we who walk beneath your most benevolent hooves. Let's see here, yeah. Opposing troops must block. So we're gonna... This is what's called rubbing the Yeti with perfume. And once the Yeti is good and properly seasoned, spiders find a baby Yeti absolutely delicious. Yeah. Sacrifice the Yeti. Yeti is ready for his Tinder profile. Yep. He is single and ready to mingle. But he hits spiders. can take out one of the flyers. Did get lethal, though. Did take out Neo. Alright, I'm going to add $1 to my donation. So we only have about 15 minutes before we need to pass the torch over to Alucard. We want to see a rematch with Neo. Throw up another deck here. Because don't have a whole lot of time for a ton of other people to do runs here. Let's see if we can get Neo. Don't feel bad. Thrawn went beast mode. Send Neo Whisper, see if he wants to play one more, show off one more of the other decks. Make use of every one of our 15 minutes left before we give Alucard the floor to live some dreams. We need to see the other two final decks. Darn right you do. Let's, yeah, at least one of them. Let's see, of the two that are left, we have 8 and 16 left. So we have not played Phasmophobia, the Fear of Spirits, and we have not done Spiders. Alright, let's go... Nah, you know what? We just saw Neo Spiders. Let's do Spirits. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! And Captain Jack, I saw your whisper. I'll respond to that as soon as I'm off stream. I'll let you know. I think I'll probably just send you, because it's gonna have to come from, that one's coming from me. It's gonna be packs, or it's gonna be platinum, because I can't give you Kismet packs because I don't have any. All right, so Daybreak Diviner is a spirit. Create a random constant with cost 1 that you meet the requirements and put into play. Dawn Steed is also a spirit. I had to pay careful attention that those weren't cheating. But they are, in fact, spirits. Now, Grievous Phantom is kind of an end game that we're going to work for. It's not immediately helpful. Transform each phantom you control into a Grievous Phantom. So all of those little 1/1 phantoms that we want to get, they become 5/5s just like the Grievous Phantom. So if we can get Ada's charge power down, have at least 2 phantoms, hopefully some more, then that just becomes crazy value town. But we've got quite a few eggs in the deck already. And we're 1 turn away from being able to make a play. So Neo gets a free swing for 4 if he wants it. We'll see what else is in there. His sleeve, his game is on point. Rocking that sexy Exalted Pathfinder sleeve. Neo knows fashion's important. We have our Cosmic Season 2 sleeves for the Necrotic. Because with all that floating energy, it looks kind of spiritual. I probably should have used the first Halloween Haunt sleeve, though, now that I think about it. Elder of Lost Ages is a Coyotal Spirit. All our different flavors of spirit. That's a really good hit for this deck. Void target opposing blood or wild card. So we basically have our pick of troops to void. Alright, so that's just going to sit there, and we're going to end up getting some more Spooder eggs in deck. Just started an Evo. Your deck has 3 Arcane Alacrity, 10 actions, and a Volt Wrench. I really hope the Swamp Butt Dream comes to life with that setup. That sounds amazing. So how about another Daybreak Diviner? Wow. Can you say rigged? That is super rigged. 2 Blinding Ires. Dungeon Master RNG is for real. No! No! Well, we're going to take more damage. Neo is out of cards, so I mean there's that. But we have a lot. We have 70 cards in the deck, and now he's getting spooters. I think I'm just gonna do that. It's not great. I probably end up taking one of these guys again. I'm feeling real bad right now. Can't get those with the Blinding Ires. Only swings with the Spider. Cloud Speaker's not directly helpful. They make Phantoms better when we get there. So there's our Phantoms. There's an Elder of Lost Ages, so we have a Spirit. And at this point I want to just use some removal. Get those things out of here. Swing for 3. So Asdras, Dungeon Masters of Entrath, is a game show I run every single week on my Twitch channel. On the right edge of the screen you can see my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ThrawnOmega. It's a very casual, laid-back game show where I design decks that are more thematic than meant to be really strong. And I design maps like you're working your way through a dungeon. If players can win all the way through my dungeon encounters, then you win the grand prize. If you lose anywhere along the way, your run is done and the prize pool continues growing for the next challenger until somebody finally clears a boss and wins a grand prize. It's a show I've been running for 8 months. Been having a lot of fun doing it. And again, with Hex now having the Fight Night tournament in clients, where there's going to be twice weekly common and uncommon only tournaments. If you have a deck for that and get involved in that scene, you are already most of the way to having a viable Dungeon Masters of Entrath deck. Alright, so we're going to live the dream even though we're pretty much dead with everything locked down. But at least we can say we got there, right? We had 3 Grievous Phantoms. But Neo's gonna get his revenge. I can't block any of that. 1 short. Why did? Oh no! I'm not sure it matters because these are all locked down, and there's more spiders. So I need to kill him or I'm dead. He's got 2 flying blockers. Do that. I'm not sure that's it. I'm not sure that's gonna do it. Optimal blocks. He's taking it all. He's taking it all. Well, I'm donating $3 anyway, as if he won, because I think he had lethal there and he missed it, and I should have lost. So we're donating $3, And then because I want more raffle tickets, I'm rounding up my donation to an even 40. So I'm going to do that off stream, so as soon as I pass the baton over to over to Alucard, then I will make my donation. What is up, Rob? How are you doing? So let me pull up here. Since I have about 5 minutes left, we'll just kind of chill since we don't have enough time for a game. Let me pull back up. If you were not here earlier, we had a nice chat with Ryan Sutherland and then played some matches against him. And he was kind enough to give me these two spoilers. Return to Cinder and Sunset Shade. So Return to Cinder is real nice comment. It's like a mini Pyre Strike. Pay 1 at quick speed to deal 2 damage to an opposing troop. If it would die, void it instead. And Sunset Shade, uncommon. It's a 1/1 flying spirit. It has 1 attack for every constant you control. So it's pretty easy to take out with only 1 defense, but if they do not have something that can deal with evasion, that Sunset Shade's going to get big. It also lands very early on turn 2. Goot can throw out something real big. I think those are both solid cards you'd be happy to have in. There's no Ruby deck in Limited that does not want Return to Cinder. Absolutely no deck that doesn't want that. And Sunset Shade is definitely good in the archetype it's designed for. Yeah, the Goot is going to be getting some help. Constants are going to be a thing. Shade has some amazing art. Yep, that's in the night world of the Scales of Twilight. And here, Return to Cinder. This is one of the 2 sleeves. If you've not been to the forums today, there is now voting up for the next ladder season sleeves. Or maybe if not the next ladder season, then the season after that. There's an alternate art Consult the Talons that you could vote for as the animated sleeve, or this Return to Cinder. So those are the 2 different things that you can be voting for here. I'll just leave those up again. But I want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. I had an absolute blast. It was a thrill to get to be on the official channel for 4 hours, talk with Ryan Sutherland, put together 18 fear-themed decks before Halloween for you guys. This was great, Neo. I really appreciate the opportunity to get to come on and do some wacky things with you guys. Thanks for the games. Hope to see you guys in my stream going forward in future weeks, where we continue to do some crazy things. Tell all your friends about Hex. Hope to see some of you in the fight night when that starts next Friday. Friday the 3rd is the first day. I will be playing it from my PlayStation. I probably won't be streaming, but that was it. So I'm going to. It's 9:59 here. I'm going to give you all a tip of the hat and sign off. Alucard is next, so stay around for him. I'm sure whatever Alucard is doing, whether it be draft, constructed, whatever he wants, Alucard is known to make dreams happen, do something wacky and crazy, totally outside the box, whatever's fun. He is great for that. So thank you all, have a good night, and stay tuned. Alucard is coming right up in just a few moments whenever he can get his own stream live.